Hello. What's up? We already got a donation. I think that's the earliest donation. Someone managed to time the donation literally with the stream starting. Very impressive. Hello. What's up tonight, everyone? Welcome. Fine Tuesday to y'all. Good to see you. Let me get this donation real quick. Then I will welcome you all on this fine Tuesday evening. Anchovies. Anchovies with the $2 donation. I'm so glad to see you again. Hello from the ocean. Oh. I was so hyped for this stream, Anchovies. It was going to be a good one. We're playing Modern. We got a sweet no land deck, and we start off like that with Anchovies. Really? Thank you, though. I appreciate it, Anchovies. So how is everyone tonight? El Kubros, Noob Killer, the Roller Pig. Welcome to the Fishbowl for the 21st month. Thank you for your subscription. Big cheer for you. 5-color control standard, a little cheeky Cafe Lattes, NLE Flap El Kubros, Tuplino, Tailspin, Hugo Fan. How is everyone tonight? So it is Modern night. I am hyped. So, okay, first, before I talk about this, let me see if I can find this tweet. Where is this tweet? Because this tweet is pretty important, and it kind of put the Magic world into a bit of a tizzy, I guess I would say, a tizzy this afternoon, because it was a little bit surprising. So this tweet came from Magic the Gathering, the official Wizards account, and it said, quite simply, here's what it says. It says, we are closely monitoring developments in Standard. In order to avoid disrupting this weekend's tournaments, we intend to provide an update on the format early next week. So, there's a little bit left to the imagination. Most people have read this as an announcement of a banning announcement. I think they didn't specifically say that, so maybe there's a chance that's not what's happening. But it definitely gives that impression that we're going to be in our announcement next week. And in some ways, it's not surprising. People have talked about Uro forever. People have already been complaining about Lotus Cobras and Omnas. On the other hand, Zendikar Rising doesn't even release until Friday. Like, the set's not out. I know it's different. It's in digital. It's been there for a week. But the set doesn't even come out on paper until Friday. And we're already, probably going to be in our announcement, which that is insanely fast. Like, that is mind-blowingly fast. So, I don't know what to think. Definitely interesting, though, that apparently, like, what is your impression of Standard, Ben, everyone? Like, is that necessary? Like, do you think we need to be having bannings already? Hey, what's up, Benny? I'm super hyped for this deck. We got maybe two good ones. We're starting with No Land Belcher, but we have a backup too. Just in case, we got some Crabby Mill, the new and improved mill deck. This is not a Maddening Cacophony combo deck. This is a Ruin Crab. All the crabs in the world, and you just mill them out. You play your lands and you mill them out. So that's our backup deck. Crab Mill, No Land Belcher starting out. So we got some sweet ones to start with. Belching in public is rude. Yeah, I guess that's true. It is a rude deck. I think Modern Mill is cool. I like Mill. I don't mind Mill. Mill has never really been good. I think if Mill ever became like the best deck in the format, then maybe I would start to dislike it. But right now, I like Mill. It's like a classic casual archetype. Argum Fingal 3K. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. So on the bannings, before we start playing Magic, here's my suggestion. So people have been asking, should I craft Omnas and Lotus Cobras to try to get free wild cards once they ban them? I would be a little bit concerned, just because Wizards has showed that they tend not to ban cards from the newest set. So my guess would be, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe they will ban Omnath or something. If they do ban something, like I said, it's still a little gray area what exactly their announcement means. Anchovies with another $2 donation. Do you think they're going to ban Dad? Cherix is the almighty god. I think you're good. I think the crabs are safe, Anchovies. Your sea creature friends, I guess Uro's kind of a sea creature, right? Isn't that an underwater thing? So I guess if that's your dad, you're in trouble. But so I would say don't go crazy and craft them. Uros I would craft 100%. Like Uros, you either need them to play with, or if you have the wild cards, either get them because you're going to play with them, or get them because they're going to get banned, and then you want them for historic and other formats. But I would be a little careful about the Zendikar Rising cards, just because recently Wizards has shown essentially that they tend to go for cards from older sets. So I would be looking at like Uro. People have talked about that for a long time. Some other people have mentioned Genesis Ultimatum, which seems like more of a long shot. I think like Uro's tier 1 watch list. After that, you have like Lotus Cobra in Omnath. And then I could see like if they really, really, really don't want to buy in Zendikar Rising, then you are looking at like Genesis Ultimatums, Cultivate or something. Like I'm not even sure what else you go with. The other card draw spell that the Adventure deck plays, the like 5 mana draw 5, but you got to cast them in the next 2 turns. You play extra land drop. Escape from the Wilds. Like I think you're looking at those type of cards if Wizards going to try to ban it down. But Alias Babylon for the 20th month, ramping to 20 months. About to spend my months to cast my standard deck. Ooh, well, welcome back to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big cheap for you. Hey, what's up? Philly Pad. So gonna be very interesting to see what they do. Good news is we're not playing standard tonight. We are playing modern. We're gonna be having fun. So let's do our reminders. Talk about this absurd deck. Like I'm so excited to try this. We've talked a lot about the power of the new Double Face Mortal lands, but we haven't played too many decks that are really built around abusing them. We've been playing them for value, kind of like the free roll theory that, you might as well play them. Like, you're replacing a mountain with your Scatter Soul Smashing. But we haven't really played a deck that is built specifically to take advantage of them. That's what we're doing tonight. This deck essentially exists because of the Double Face Mortal lands. Belcher was kind of a thing, but this build of Belcher is very much dependent on having those lands. So Modern Pioneer's older brother, also on the YouTube, which you should check out. We had a sweet budget Magic yesterday playing some Kicker, and we had an instant deck today of a no land deck for Pioneer, Oops All Spells, which looks really sweet. We'll probably have to check out at some point. So check all that out on the YouTube channel. Replay YouTube, that's where you'd find all the old streams, including this one in the future. Another Anchovies. I appreciate all the donations, Anchovies. We have another MTG Anchovy with the $2 donation. I have found my new MTG Goldfish name and logo. How do you feel about that, Seth? I will promise you this. Thank you for the donation. Next year for April Fools, I don't know how possible this is. I will try to convince Wizard for one day to change everything to MTG Anchovies, because I think that would be super funny. I don't know if that's even possible, because some stuff is probably like locked in. It would probably be like infinite work for Richard to do. But I will ask Richard if for April Fools we can change everything to MTG Anchovies for Anchovy for one day only for April Fools. So otherwise, our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom. Ooh, thank you, Doug. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what you send me. No rush, because like I said, it's gonna be a couple/few weeks until there's another viewer submitted deck, but I wanted to give you a heads up to start working on it. A reminder that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and if you need some Magic cards, maybe some Zendikar Rising cards, before they get banned, get them quick before they get banned. You can get them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoops Ultra sticker. Just let them know you want one in your order notes. Otherwise, the Discord... A Chovy emote would be sweet. The Discord is new and improved. The merch page has token teachers, playmats, donations. They're always appreciated. We've already got several from Anchovies today. Thank you, Anchovies. But never required. $2 or more gets your message read on stream. So... we are belching in modern. We're going to see if this deck works. Oh yeah, before we do, one more thing. We got to talk about one more card real quick in bannings, because I feel like people are being a little insane about this one. So the card in question, and it kind of blows my mind that this even comes up. So the card in question, let's see if I have one. The card in question is Scoot Swarm. So I have heard people saying with a serious, like, straight face that they think Scoot Swarm should be bad. That idea, I find, and I don't want to say this in an offensive way, but I think it's kind of laughable. I don't think Scoot Swarm is even like a tiny bit close to being a card that is in consideration for being banned. Doug McQuaid, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. I think that Scoot Swarm is really fun. And yes, it is proven to be a little more powerful than we thought, but I haven't seen this deck do anything tournament-wise. It is true, it makes for great Twitch clips. It makes for great screenshots to put on Twitter or whatever, Facebook, because in the games when you go off, it's ridiculous. Like, the games when you play this and you mutate like a Great Horn on it, then you mutate Hysterics on it, and you make like a huge board of them, it's ridiculous. It's one of the coolest things you can do in Standard. So, yes, there are games where that happens. On the other hand, it just dies. Like, I feel like I've been playing those decks, I've been working on some of those decks, we're probably gonna have videos for some of those decks because I really love Scoot Swarm, but I don't think it's like a top tier deck. I think it maybe, if it's lucky, maybe it's tier 2, maybe more likely to be like tier 3. I don't think it's anywhere near a card or deck that's in conversation for any band at this point. So, Dureska, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How do I expect you to deal with a 1/1? I don't know. I mean, Gutshot is not legal in Standard, so... Oh, did I miss a raid? Oh, no. Oh, no, oh, no. Wait. Did I actually miss a raid? I don't see a raid on here. If I missed a raid, I apologize. So, all right, let's talk about this deck. What are we playing first? No land Belcher and Modern. So the idea of this deck, we have 0 real lands, but we actually have quite a few lands because we're playing all the double-face modal lands. We have a million... we do not want to Scoot Swarm. We have a million of the mythic ones because they can come into play on tap. So those are all lands. We have some Spike Field Hazards to make some more red mana. We have Belcher Recovery to make some more red mana. We have another donation. So many donations right off the bat tonight. We're going donation crazy here, which is amazing. Thank you so much. This one is from Zerdy Goblin. Zerdy Goblin Shortcutter, $2 donation. Survival Rule 782. There are always more Scoot bugs. that is a pretty good flavor text. Thank you, Zerdy, for chiming in on the Scoot Swarm debate. So, we don't have any real lands, but we actually have a bunch of lands thanks to the double-face modal cards. Why is it so important that our deck has 0 lands? And the answer to that is, the way we're winning with this deck is Goblet Charbelcher. Goblet Charbelcher is this weird old artifact, 4 mana, 3 to activate. You reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a land, and it does damage equal to the number of non-land cards you reveal this way. So, if we are willing, Zanny's Demise! Welcome to the Fishbowl for the 35th month. It's a concept I tweeted about. Ooh, you probably did. Yeah, it's a really cool idea. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So the idea is, since we have 0 lands, technically in our deck, because we're playing all flip lands, when we activate Goblet Charbelcher, we will reveal our deck, deal damage equal to the number of cards in our deck. So it's like 40 plus damage that we're dealing to our opponent is the idea. So that is all our deck's trying to do. That is the plan. Flip lands enable the Goblin Charbelcher win. For the rest of the deck, the sweet thing is, if you've seen old builds of Charbelcher in Modern, they gotta play all these horrible land tutors. You're playing all these, like, Attune with Ether style effects, because you have to play, like, 8 lands, then you gotta try to get them out of your deck. It's really clunky. We don't have to do any of that. We can play all real cards. So the rest of our deck, we have a bunch of rituals, a ton of rituals, because all we gotta do is get to 7 mana. That's what this deck is trying to do. Count to 7 mana, play a Charbelcher, we win the game. 4 to cast, 3 to activate. So Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual, Iron Crag Feet, Sibian Spirit Guide, also Wild Canter are all essentially rituals. They're all plus mana. So this just helps us get to that magic 7 mana number as quick as possible. Manamorphose just cycles for free. Could fix our mana if necessary. Veil of Summer cantrips twice through counters, and then Reforge the Soul to refuel. Recross Pass is insane. Recross Pass, another card that takes advantage of the fact that we have no lands in our deck. You reveal cards until you reveal a land. Then you get to put the rest of the cards on the bottom of your library in any order. That's the key word there. In any order, not in random order. So since we have no lands in our deck, if we cast Recross the Pass, it's a super tutor. We get to literally stack our deck in any order we want. So we can, like, Recross Pass. Let's say we have 3 mana. We Recross Pass. We can set it up so we're going to draw, like, next turn a Ritual, then the next turn the Iron Crag Feet, then the next turn Goblin Charbelcher, or whatever we need. Or we can put Reforge the Soul on top to Miracle and draw those things right away. So it's like the most ridiculous deck stacking tutor that we've ever seen. Spirit on the Run! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Is it possible to play a deck with all lands? Ooh. In Legacy, there's a lands decks that play like 40 lands, but I don't know if I've ever seen a deck play all lands. I guess like also the Treasure Hunt deck comes pretty close, but I've never seen really 100% lands. Clock Gear, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. And another donation. It's still coming on. Gorian Verse, $5 donation. Rule 733. There are always more scoop bugs. Very good. Very good. Thank you. Thank you so much. I do love Scoot Swarm. Sideboard-wise, Leyline is sanctioned to beat Discord, Nature's Claim to get rid of like Pithing Needle effects, Leylines of our opponents, Vexace Usher for counters, Empty the Warrens as a backup plan, Anger for removal, Bushwhacker if we gotta attack right away with our Empty the Warrens, Flame Slash, a little bit more removal, and that's the deck. That's all we're doing. No lands, all the belching, and let's give it a shot. Let's give it a shot. Nick Shamozy. It's been a while, Seth. How have you been? Glad to be back on the stream. I am doing well. I'm super hyped tonight. I am super excited for some Modern. So good to have you back. Muscles, welcome you back to the Fishbowl as well. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Did you see my Mono Black mid-range deck? I emailed you earlier today. Around 500 Mythic got Arena with it. I have not. I saw the email in my inbox, but I was talking to people about bannings and haven't actually read it yet. But it is the top deck list to look at in my email, so I'll be getting to it soon. Ludsy, welcome to the Fishbowl. Oh, Mind Funeral would be insane. Thank you for your subscription. Yeah, if we ran into like the Oops All Spells deck and our opponent knew to target us, we would just mill our entire deck on the spot and lose. Like that is a thing that could happen. Hey, thank you for the cheer clock here. Man, so much generosity tonight. Thank you so much, everyone. All right, game one, belch, belch, belch. Ooh, gift subs, many gift subs from TJ Jungian. Going to Zokal, Jack, Ace Mundalay, Joker, Poker, indeed lurking. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. Big super cheer for you. All right, stream mode. Achieved. No bannings have been announced yet. Wizards did their announcement of the announcement, which, why is there, oh, Moto's like, Moto is not where it's supposed to be, is it? I'm seeing some, oh, I can move it around, there we go. Now stream mode is actually achieved. All right, here we go, we'll play first. No bannings have been announced yet. Oh my goodness, this hand. We have one white source. This hand is, so we draw red source, 3 mana, 4 mana, 7 mana win. I think we have to keep this, right? Like, this is, if we draw red source and our opponent doesn't thought seize us or anything, we just win. All right, we'll keep. I mean, all we need is a red source of mana, and it's just game. Like, we have the win in hand. The wind is all the way in hand. We will play the land tapped. Pass the turn. No Thoughtseize. Red source off the top. Vote it. Forest. That's not a Thoughtseize. Elvish Mystic. All right, more Iron Crag feats. That's not a red source. Come on, Magic Gods. Be good. Show us the untapped red source. We need Scattershell. Vote it. Elvish Archdruid. Okay. Well, that's actually fine, because that gets us to Manamorphose. So unless our opponent can kill us this turn, they should die. Manamorphose, Ritual, Iron Crag Feet, Goblin Char Belcher. Good game, Elves. Oh, come on. What do you got? Please be dead. Yeah, that's good. That's a good elf start. That's a 5 mana. Archdruid, okay, 2 mana. Okay, that's a big elf start. Unfortunately for our opponent, little do they know the death awaits. So, as long as we don't mess this up, 1-2, we will play Manamorphose. We will turn our green mana into red mana. We will cast Desperate Ritual, Pyretic Ritual. We will cast Iron Crag Feet. We will play Goblin Char Belcher. Target you. Reveal our entire deck. And that's game. 49 to the face. Busted! Ooh, off to a good start. Look at our opponent playing just good, clean, elfy Magic. They're just running out their land wars, playing their lords, and we're like, flip land, 49 ya. I mean, Belcher is a very solitaire style deck. So, oh, I missed a donation. Oh no, I was so excited about our combo. I didn't miss a donation, did I? I don't see one in Streamlabs. Clock Gear, thank you for the bits. I might have missed that one. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Whoo! Yes, that was good. So what do we want against elves? Anger's in. Opponent can't interact with us, so I think this is the matchup we want to play. Like, I think this is exactly the matchup we want to be playing. Because our opponent can't really interact with what we're doing, so all we got to do is do that every time, and our opponent's going to die. Anchovies with another... What do we cut, though? I don't want to cut any of our combo pieces or rituals. Man, we could just try to raise. That's probably... Maybe we don't Flame Slash? Is that too scary? Anchovies with a $5 donation. Here's $5 for you to put one Storm Crow in your sideboard. All right, well, we're already in a league, but I will remember that. Thank you, Anchovies. I'll try to get one in next league. Blue Collar Bad, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Oh, Veil seems super easy. Yeah. That is a very good call. We actually might cut all the Veils and bring and empty the Warrens, too. Our goblins can block the elves at least. Let me see your standard deck. Ooh, red-black rogues. I like the idea of red-black rogues. I really like Zagras. I feel like... So here's the good news. Let's say... Can we count up to a win here? Mana. I mean, so this doesn't win, but Anger of the Gods is insane. So I think we keep it because Anger's really good. So... Oh, yeah, we didn't actually bring in Pithy Needle Hate, did we? Maybe we should have. So here's the good news. Thank you, Kinonic, for the Hype Train bit donation. Ooh, Heritage Druid. All right. 1, 2... Well, all right. We will, Hammer Time. Untapped. Our lands are so good. They do it all. They're killing heritage druids. They're not being lands. Oh, vote it. Pendle Haven and Dwayne's Elite on an empty board. That is so sad. We have another so many donations. It is insane. Thank you so much, everyone. Well, play the tap land. Go. Debate Bro. Seth Civ 5 stream when I need to teach me how to play. Ooh, that would actually be kind of fun. I do really enjoy Civ 5. The only thing is it's very long. It is a very long game, and I don't know, is Civ 5 entertaining? Like, is that something that people would enjoy watching? So I think what we do here is, opponent has 2 cards in hand. All right, let's pay 3 life. Run out Manamorphose. Red mana. I think we're just going to Anger. All right, Anger. Pass the turn. Clear the board. Kill the elves. Ooh, another subscriber. Afro throws for the 20th month. Can this deck win without Belcher? Not especially. Like, we can kill things like crazy, apparently. How do we want to do this? Well, let's just Flame Slash. Play a Valakut. Actually, I guess we'd win with a Miria's Call, hilariously. we could try to get the mana to play a Miria's Call. that could actually work. More donations. The donation trade is running super strong tonight. Opponent desperately sacking their lands. Anchovies! I can't wait to play Among Us with you and the crew. I do really want to play Among Us. I very much do. More rituals. So, all right, Valakut Awakening. One, two, 3, 4. Yeah, put them all at the bottom. Any order. So let's see. We play this 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Well, I think we might be belching up. And Gorian Verse, do you think this deck is an example of MDFC's fundamentally changing the overall game of Magic? Also, Rule 734. There's always more scoop bugs. So, in a sense, yes. This is a deck that wouldn't exist without the MDFCs. Although this is not actually so much when I'm concerned about MDFCs. It's not so much this that I'm concerned about. I think we just win here. Land. So that's 3 mana, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. All right, Belcher. Busted. Poor elves. Poor elves. Opponents hoping that we put lands back in our deck, which we didn't. This time we do 45 damage. And, yeah. Sorry, friend. Vising God for the 30th month. Welcome. Wow, that went well. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super chat for you. MDFC modal dual-faced cards. MDFC lands. Wow, that felt good. I mean, that was also a good matchup. That's a matchup where our opponent's not interacting, really, so we can just goldfish to the kill. If our opponent's thought seizing and countering, it becomes a bit more challenging, but that's a matchup where we can just feast. Poor elves. Modal double-faced cards, flip cards. MDFC, modal double-faced flip cards. I think that's what it is, technically. And then lands. Modal double-faced flip card lands. We need an L at the end. The longest card description name of all time. Well, off to a good start. MDFC is a good acronym, though. That does help. Why do you give your bots subs? There's a reason that it needed to be a sub. I don't actually remember, but when Zach made the bot, there was some reason. So it's got a lifetime sub. Modal double-faced. Double-faced. There's a hyphen in there. Flip. I think flip is the F. You gotta have the flip in there. So far so good, Goblin Master. We just crushed elves. I broke my headset. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see the tape? I love this headset. This is the only headset I've used for years, but they're like out of print now. It's like the Black Lotus of headsets. When I started using them, it was like a $30 headset I could get on Amazon, and over the years they stopped making them. So now you have to get them for like $300 on used on eBay or something. It is. They don't make them anymore. So they're like really hard, but they sound really good. They're like the best headset I've ever used. So I just swear by them. But every like couple of years they end up breaking. So I gotta get another one. It's still working for now, but I need to get another headset. I need to upgrade to one that is not broken because it doesn't fit. It's like broken. I don't know. It's like this part that's broken. So it mostly like it's just really floppy and doesn't fit tightly on my head anymore. I swear by this headset, really. Like, I love this headset. Every time, I've had so many people say that it just sounds really good. And I think they're right. Like, for some reason, the microphone in the headset, it just sounds so good. And I've never had any luck with other things. I've tried other mics and other ways of doing it, and I've just never had the luck. Let's start with Belaget recovery. Go. We have another donation. So many donations. Ridiculous. And Tanos isn't even here. Spider-Man. $2 donation. Mr. Stark, it don't feel so good. What? Is that an X-Men thing? Should I know what that means? Alright, opponent has an Arbor Elf. Well, we will play Wild Canter. Play... Ooh... Turn Timber, tapped, pass the turn. Icy Dock with another donate. What is Mr. Stark from? It's not. It sounds like an X-Men thing. Is that not an X-Men? It really isn't. This I know I say that sometimes, but I actually really thought. Oh no, boy! How mad at me do you want to be, chat? I don't know if I should say the words that I was about to say. Icy Dog, $7.77 new headset donation trade. Choo choo. Thank you so much, Icy Dog. Yeah, I will. I will get another one. I definitely will with your help. Thank you so much. Uh, so okay. So chat. So Avengers and X-Men aren't the same thing. Is that what you're telling me? I thought they were all like a big happy family or like related in some way. Aren't they all superheroes and they all kind of do the same thing? No. I mean, so it is X-Men, right? Like X-Men Avengers. I don't remember seeing them on BoJack. If they were on BoJack, I would remember what they did. uh, in the same way you are Jeff Hoogland, sure. Oh, well, they were not very similar then, because Jeff, as much as I love Jeff, actually, like, I'm only halfway trolling. I mean, there's a little bit of trolling, but I've never seen X-Men, and I've never seen Avengers. Like, I think so. When I say I've never seen X-Men, I think like I was at a friend's house one time and it was on or something like that, but I've never actually like watched it. I'm familiar with what it is, and I've seen like bits and pieces at random places, but I've never actually watched X-Men, and I've never watched Avengers. I did watch Deadpool. Deadpool was good. I like that, and I like The Watchmen, the actual like graphic novel, not the movie. I haven't watched the TV show yet. I don't know. I've never been into like superhero stuff. I haven't. We have more donations. Apparently, not knowing about X-Men and thinking they're the same as Avengers is good for donations. Gorian verse 777 headset donation trade choo choo, and also rule 735. Always more scoop bugs. That is a perfect flavor of text for that text. Thanos with $2.01 donation. I am inevitable. Thanos. That was. All right. What are we doing? We need more red mana at some point. We have all these veils. Heliod can potentially kill us. Well, alright, this doesn't feel great, but we will. Simeon Spirit Guide. Valaka Awakening. Put. Ugh, 1, 2, 3 cards to the bottom. Any order. Well, play Miria's Call. Ooh, the Fizzle's on. We have the mana. We need the Belch. We need the Belcher. That's what we're missing. Thanos was a man who melded half the world's ice supply. Isn't that global warming? I can't read. I mean, I can read. Can I read the words correctly? Okay. So this isn't a combo yet. Oh wait, it is a combo. It's infinite life. Okay, never mind. Just kidding. Just kidding. We're dead. We're dead. We're not. So that combo doesn't kill us, but we can't deal infinite damage with Belcher. So we will scoop it up. Well, there is a fizzle rate, I guess. We got another donation. This time from Thanos, $2 donation. I am very disappointed in you, Seth. Thanos, what did I do for not knowing about superheroes? Like, is that stuff I should learn? Is it worth investing in? I don't like WWF wrestlers either. Well, that's a lot of no's. The movies are decent. What's the best one? Okay, let's say, just so I stop getting yelled at by chat. Let's say I wanted to watch one movie of the Avengers. Actually, you know what I know about the Avengers? It's War of the Spark, right? Didn't Wizards rip off the Avengers when with the War of the Spark storyline? Isn't it basically the same thing? That's what I know. All I know about superheroes is is when Wizards rips them off with magic sets. So if I was going to watch one Avengers movie and one X-Men's movie, which one would I watch to get just the best experience possible with only watching a single movie? Thor Ragnarok? Okay. Infinity War. Do I have to know more about Infinity Wars? Is that the Endgame one where you gotta do I have to know what goes on before it? We got more donations. They keep rolling in. TJ Ojian, with the $4.20 donation in the name explanation. TJ Owanthagain. I probably won't remember that, but I got it for now. TJ Owanthagain. Thank you so much for the donation. And the Holy Turnip God 777. The new headset train is rolling on, and it's Thanos, not Tony's. Did I say Tony's? Thank you so much. Tanos is the Thanos of our stream. Hopefully that's a compliment. It was meant as a compliment. All right, so I guess we do the same thing. Flame slash, anger the gods, empty the warreds. Go. Maybe nature. Oh, we should have sideboarded quicker. We definitely should have sideboarded quicker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Time's running out. We got there. Opponent's giving us question marks. Discord! Welcome to the Fishbowl. Or Dishcord. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. What is your favorite correct pronunciation? Keep up the good work, Goldfish team. Okay, so I like the ones that are not really incorrect pronunciations. Bonded Courier, I think, is funny. Goblin Crate Maker. Some of those, I think, I say them because I think they're funny, not because I'm that much of an idiot. My favorite, true mispronunciation by far is Scumble. That one cracks me up. I could still go back and watch that video. It was a popper top 10 video from a long time ago. And just the confidence with which I say a word that I guess it kind of exists, but it doesn't really exist. It's some weird word that no one knows. But the confidence with which I say scumble instead of succumb is is just hilarious to me because I went completely all out with oh boy. Oh boy. All right. We chose to draw. I don't know if that's good or not. How quickly can we win? So 1. So this is 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana. So we're a land away and we got 2 mana Morphoses. All right, that's fine. What's up, Deeth? Opponent cracks it. We got a shot. What do you think of Scoot Swarm in in Scape Shift or Amulet Titan? I would be surprised if it was actually necessary. We did win match 1, yeah. We crushed the elves. We're down a game in this match, though. Although, there's a chance we just win next turn. This could be the turn 2 kill. Utopia Sprawl. Yeah. We just need a mana source. That's all we need. Opponent. More Utopia Sprawls. And a Plains. And... okay. Mana source. Nature's Claim doesn't do it. Ooh. Oh, do we go for it? We get 2 redraws. The problem is we waste a mana if we fizzle. You know what? We're going for it. Simian Spirit Guide. Manamorphose. Come on, land. Land or ritual. Red. That's a land. Turn Timber Symbiosis. Untapped. Might as well Manamorphose, I guess, because why not? Manamorphose, red, red. Ritual. Ironcrake Feet. Charbelcher. And that's the turn 2 Belcher kill. Whoo! Yes, yes, yes. And yeah, gotcha. I love this deck. This deck's sweet. We have another new donation. So many donations tonight. Thank you, everyone. Icy Knock. Doot. Here, here comes some bugler rats. I do like that one as well. The like that one cracks me up. Yeah, it is possible to win on turn 1 with this deck. I don't know if it's likely, but it's definitely possible. What are the number of subs you have on the channel? I'm not 100% sure at the moment. I think it's around like 800-ish usually, but I haven't checked it recently. It's got to be somewhere in that range. Thanks to all of you being spectacularly awesome. I just added crabs to my blue-white historic mill deck. Haven't lost sense. Yeah, crab is a very powerful mill deck. Yeah, we get through games pretty sweet, which means we might get to play mill tonight too. Win or lose, something's gonna happen. We need to talk about the way you put fluids on cereal. We talked about it a little bit last stream. Like, we could play Oops All Spells rather than mill. Wow, this hand's really close. I mean, I think we're keeping it. 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana. Charbelcher, Ironcrake Feet. I mean, close enough. Prismatic Vista. Opponent cracks it. 8 crabs. Oh, another Ironcrake. Alright. Oh, play the land past the turn. So we just need 1 more Hardened Scales. Interesting. I didn't realize this deck played Hardened Scales. How do you interact with mill and standard? Any answer like cards that shuffles a graveyard into your library seems like an oversight. Uro. Just play Uro so you can escape it from the graveyard to beat him down. I can't think of any shuffle your graveyard in cards in standard, but there might be one I'm not thinking of. It is possible. So Balagad Recovery doesn't actually help here. We need a red source. Red. So untap red source, we just win. I guess worst case, we could recross path. All right, untap red source. Ritual does it. So many things win us this game. Come on, Magic Gods. We got another donation. We got to see the donation. Then we'll draw a card. Almost time. And Jovies with a $2 donation. Don't forget about our deal, Seth. The Stormcrow. Remember the Stormcrow as well as the Alamo. All right, Anchovies, I will try. I'll do my best. Keep reminding me. All right, red source. That's a red source. Simian Spirit Guide. Add some red mana. Ironcrake Feet. Belcher. And Death. Maybe this deck's busted. That's a turn 2 kill and a turn 3 kill. I mean, we haven't run into heavy interaction decks yet, but we are just rolling over. We were just rolling over the goldfishy decks, like rolling over them. I mean, again, we haven't played Thoughtseize, we haven't played Control. What do you think about Wizards' tweet about looking to the state of Standard? I guess that it means there will be bannings next week. My guess for the bannings is obviously Scoot Swarm. Busted. Most broken card in Standard. No, people like that is the silliest thing people are saying. Scoot Swarm is perfectly fine. I actually really like Scoot Swarm. My guess would be Uro would be the card that would be at the top of the list. I would be surprised, I would say, if Wizards went immediately after Zendikar Rising stuff. Just typically, Wizards doesn't ban stuff from the newest set right away. So I would expect that they would wait on the new set, which I don't know if this is a conspiracy theory. Like, it's okay. So So something people have been saying is Wizards has been intentionally printing broken, borderline bannable, and often actually bannable cards to sell a set with the, I don't know if it's the plan necessarily, but with the expectation of the possibility of having to ban them in a few months after they've moved on to the next set. So while I think part of that's a conspiracy theory, like, I do think Wizards has been printing really pushed, busted cards to sell the sets. They've been doing that for a long time. I remember writing an article about face cards and face planeswalkers back after Emrakul the Promised End came out. Like, that was 3 or 4 years ago now. So I think that's obvious. Like, that's not a conspiracy. That's just, like, good business sense. Like, obviously, if you print powerful cards, people are going to want those cards. They're going to buy the set for those cards. So I don't think that part's a conspiracy theory. The idea that Wizards is, like, intentionally printing cards that they're going to have to ban, that they know they're going to have to ban, with the idea being basically, like, screw it, let's print Oko, we'll sell a bunch of Throw to Eldraine, and then, we'll ban it after the next set releases, and then do it again with Uro, and then do it again after that with whatever, Lotus Cobra, or Omnath. Like, that I don't really buy into. Like, that I think is a little extreme. Would this be the first time your preview card has gotten banned? I believe the answer to that is yes. I can't think of another preview card that I had that was banned. But I'm trying to think back over all my preview cards in all formats. I don't think there's another one that's been banned. What was my preview card for War of the Spark? Why can I not remember? Does anyone remember? Yeah, I did preview Uro. Let's see. I guess I can just look it up. What was War of the Spark? War of the Spark exclusive preview FTG Goldfish. Oh, it was Bug Nehab, of course. Bug Nehab. What did I say about Uro? I'm actually kind of curious now. All right, we gotta get to this game, but remind me because I want to see what I said. Do we keep this hand? Yeah, I guess it's fine. We got recross pass, so it's fine. I did get Nabad. I got to preview Nabad Monicod. Although that was the weird spoiler season. That was the spoiler season where Dominaria leaked like crazy. So pretty much all the Dominaria cards were already known before. Ooh, Stoneforge. They were pretty much all already known before people got to do their spoilers, including Nabad. But I did get to spoil it. Sort of Fire Dice. Now, play Wild Canter. Play Spike Field Hazard. Pass the turn. I have to admit, when I got my first look at Uro, my jaw dropped. That sounds right. I remember that. I was very high on it. What happens? Huh. Does anyone know what happens if what happens if they flicker wisp one of our spell lands? Does it just go to the graveyard? Is that like, or does it come back as a land? Wait, we could have won there? Untap land, recross pass. No, we don't win this turn though, right? So we recross pass, but we need more mana. We need two We need 2 turns still. I mean, I think that's fine. How are we gonna? How are we gonna win there? It stays in exile. Ugh. We have another new donation, the Roller Pig. Hey Seth, do you think casual streaming could be a viable side gig? So maybe. I mean, so I think it depends on what your expectations are. Yeah, that Ghost Quarter. Oh, well, we don't have to search with Ghost Quarter. All right, let's recross pass. So I think what we want. Oh no. Oh, I'm not gonna do this right. Oh, I always forget the order to do this. Oh no. Oh, I always, whenever I play a deck that involves recross pass, the first time I recross pass, I always do it the wrong order. I can never remember if you, I think you gotta click everything you don't want first. I'm pretty sure, because you're like stacking cards on the bottom of your library. So I think you gotta click all the cards you don't want, and then put the cards you do want on the top of your deck. Because bottom, it's stacking them on the bottom. Are you sure? Oh no, that's a lot of people saying wrong. So should I really trust you? All right. So you think I gotta click the cards I do want first? Okay, chat. Well, if this goes wrong, so what I want to do is I want to put Iron Crag Feet first, Char Belcher second. So I would click Iron Crag Feet and then Char Belcher. All right, I will trust you. I'm trusting you, chat. Iron Crag Feet, Char Belcher. And then I guess we just put another recross pass in case things go wrong. We won't have green mana. Manamorphose. And then recross pass. And then the rest can go in any order. Oh, okay, so it did. You were correct. It did work. Luxac, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. Well, all right, we'll see. So we might get strip mined. We need a couple more turns. But our opponent's clock isn't very fast, which is good. Oh boy. All right, so we're getting strip mined anyway. Why do I want the miracle card on top? We don't lose the search cards. We don't have to search. Why would we want the miracle card here? Because we'd have to discard all of our rituals and so forth. I don't think we're in a position where we can... So, like, Miracle... So, like, Miracle and then, like, 4 Simian Spirit Guides. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could see that. We have a new donation from... let's play... Hazard. Pass the turn. A little cheeky with a $3 donation. So let's start with the Miracle Reforged Soul. Stack the rituals with Iron Crag so you can win in a single turn. Yeah, that sounds like it might have been a better plan. Next time we will try that a little cheeky. Opponent. Going to combat. Getting in. Thalia would be bad. Hits us. Down to 9. Passes. Ooh, okay. Well, Pyretic Ritual, and Pyretic Ritual, and Iron Crag Feet, and Char Belcher, and Kill Your Stoneforge. I guess we go phase. And opponent, dead. I mean, so, yeah, I think you're right that we should have stacked the Miracle on top. I think that is correct. I don't think this turn was a punt, though. Like, I think this turn was fine. Hey, Seth, this mill deck, hey, Seth, with mill decks, this is a good mate of mine a while ago, GP. Birmingham did one of the best brutal mills in the game. Ooh, that sounds sweet. I'll have to check it out at some point. We had a turn 2 win last match, so I mean, while y'all talked about his putt, he did literally win the game. I mean, we got there. We might not have gotten there as efficiently as we could have, but we were successful, which is good. I guess that shows how powerful. Is our opponent gonna have Thoughtseize? Maybe. But they could also have Pithing Needles. They could also have Thalias. Ew, this Taxes matchup is annoying. Alright, to the bottom, to the bottom, to the bottom, to the bottom. Can you use Zachbot on your stream? You'd have to ask Zach. I'm not sure exactly how he has it set up. So you'd have to talk to Zelda Zach and see, because he's the one that made it. So possibly, but it's his thing. So it's would be up to him to figure out if that's possible or what his plans are with it. What happens if your opponent has Leyline of Sanctity? We cry. We try to make angels, I guess, or goblins with Empty the Warrens. But in reality, it's really bad for us. It makes things much harder. Do we want to change anything else? I feel like we gotta have Nature's Claims. We gotta have the Sweepers. Yeah, let's go one Wild Canter. Run it like that. Yeah, we can also kill the Leyline. Like, if we have an answer for it. I don't think this deck plays Leyline anyway, but you should have the Coco's Thoughts Oracle sideboard plan for the Leyline deck. That would be spicy. How quickly can we win? Mana. I was gonna say that actually looks really good. Alright, we will keep 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana, 4 mana, 5 mana. Recross the pass. Well, has potential, I would say. We have another donate. We are breaking donation records tonight. The most donations we've had in forever. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll play the land that we don't mind getting strip mined past the turn. From Not Hansy. $2 our Hansi, $2 donation. I love your stream. You make your chat yes deck. Wait, you make your chat yes deck is overpower fun have stream. What? What am I reading? I love your stream. You make your chat yes deck is overpower fun have stream out. I love your stream. You make your chat yes deck is overpower fun have stream out. I feel like there's this game that my mom always makes me play when I go to her house. I can't remember the name of it. Someone probably knows what it is. My mom loves this game. And it has phrases on them that have words, but you have to guess what the actual phrase is by like reading the phrase, and then it kind of like sounds like Mad Gab. Yes, every holiday I have to go to my mom's house and she makes me play Mad Gab. That is like a Mad Gab. That is like a Mad Gab. I'm trying to figure out what it was actually saying. You make your chat yes deck is overpower fun have stream out. you make, and you gotta like enunciate it in different ways so you can hear what it's trying to. Yeah. Robo Wizard with a resub. Thank you so much. Hey, Seth, you have the best beer. Thank you. Welcome. I'm not really a fan of Mad Gab, honestly. I think my mom has killed it for me. But as a good son, I always play Mad Gab with her. Yeah, let's just turn timber. So should we be ritualing out Recross Pass? All right. Well, so we will Simeon Spirit Guide. We will recross paths. And we will try to set up in our deck in a way that we can win. We'll see. We'll see if it works. Our opponent can have failure or other forms of interaction, but we're gonna give it a go. We have another donation. So many donations. 27 with a $27 donation. Here's what I charge my customers for a half hour of my time. One just canceled, so this is on them. And I get to watch you do janky stuff and said, Godspeed, Mr. Janklord. Well, 27. I'm glad you get a chance to see us belching. And thank you so much for the donation. Definitely appreciate it. So, Recross Pass, it has a bunch of text, but the key text to ours is, you reveal all your cards, until you reveal land. We got no land, so we reveal our entire deck, and then it says put the cards on the bottom of your library in any order. So essentially, with no lands in our deck, we just get to stack our deck. So what we want to do is we want to put Recross the Pass on top, which we can cast with this Manamorphose. So number one, or Reforge the Soul. So Reforge the Soul on top. Then we want to draw Simeon Spirit Guide, Simeon Spirit Guide, Simeon Spirit Guide. So that's 1, 2, 3. We probably want to land. So then ritual 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. It might be that we should have stacked a land in there, but I think that's fine. Yeah, there's a window to cast Manamorphose. Yeah. Oh boy. I think, alright, we're going to redo this slightly. 1, 2. I think we need a land. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Oh my, our opponent's going to hate us. And rightly so. I don't blame him. All right. What I want it now. We gotta see where we're at. My apologies about it. I'm sorry. All right. So Reforge the Soul. That's number 1. That's gonna draw us into 7 cards. 1 is Simeon Spirit Guide. 2 is Simeon Spirit Guide. 3 is Simeon Spirit Guide. 4 is Shatter Skull Smashing. 5 is Pyretic Ritual. 6 is Iron Crag Feet. 7 is Goblechar Belcher. Okay. And then I guess we'll put whatever, Recross Pass 8th. Rest go in any order. Put it on top. And pass the turn. I mean, we already have Manamorphose in hand. All right, pass the turn. Should put a random card on top to not reveal what you're drawing. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. I assume most people probably know what's up, but I guess that does make sense. I don't know why. Why do you want to upkeep stop? Well, that's bad. Strip Mine is going to beat us. You can definitely Miracle with Manamorphose. Like, so Miracle. Huh? Oh, it made a shuffle. Opponent. Well, now we have to... Alright. Shatter Skull. Untapped. Desperate Ritual. Manamorphose. Opponent is not making this easy. Opponent is fighting and fighting. We have another new donation. Add grid. Run it back. Recross pass. We're going to have to wait. So now we are going to have to do it differently, though. Because we don't have the Manamorphose. So we're going to have to draw... Alright, so... Let's see. Let's look at this. From ZOT, $10 donation. Hey, Seth, I was having a bad day, and I felt pretty bad, but your stream cheered me up. Thank you, and greetings from Italy. Well, ZOTO, thank you so much for the donation, and I'm glad the stream is helping. All right, let's think about this. So if we put Reforge this, I guess, okay, so we have... what can we do about another strip mine? Nothing, really? Like, it just, if they have another strip mine, they have another strip mine. There's not really any way to play around it. Like, that would beat us, right? If they strip mine, we don't have the mana. Our deck is stacked in an awkward, unhelpful way. Alright, well, if they strip mine, they strip mine. So, we will put Reforge the Soul on top. So, we'll draw that first. After Reforge the Soul, we get 7. Spirit Guide, 1. Spirit Guide, 2. Spirit Guide, 3. Shatter Skull Smashing, 4. Ritual, 5. Iron Crag Feet, 6. Char Belcher, 7. So, and the rest, I guess we'll do the same thing. Recross Pass. Any order. Reforge the Soul on top. Opponent has Skyclave Apparition. Well, all right. So Thalia's really bad, and another Strip Mine's really bad. We can't Manamorphose into Reforge, right? Because we have to Manamorphose would be our draw for the turn, and then we would have already drawn a card. And this wouldn't be the first card we've drawn. So I don't think we can draw Manamorphose for our turn and then Miracle. We'd have to wait extra turn. But we have the mana, and Manamorphose doesn't help us beat a Strip Mine anyway. So I think this is fine. This is game 2. We're up a game. As deck actually, it's got some tricks. It's got a little bit of complication to it. Oh, Eduardo, are you doing all right? 48 hours in the hospital. Ugh. Yeah, I had to have, like, when I missed that stream last week, I had to have, like, very minor, go see a surgeon, have, like, a very minor procedure. Definitely not fun, though. All right, pass the turn. I mean, we're set up to win here. If our opponent doesn't have anything. Okay, Leonin Arbiter doesn't matter. Thalia Strip Mine. Those are the cards that beat us. I need your good word because tomorrow have my diploma exam. I need some luck. Can you give me yours? Oh, after watching me flip with Mirror March, is it, Matt? I don't know if you want my luck, but I will give you all the luck I can. Opponent getting and hitting us. Down to 7. Well, here we go. Fun times. Reforge the soul. Miracle it. This does potentially let our opponent put Thalia into play. Well, we'll see. Yeah. New hands for everyone. Well, we will Shatter Skull Smashing untapped. Simian Spirit Guide. Simian Spirit Guide. Simian Spirit Guide. Desperate Ritual. Iron Crag Feet. Belcher. And oh! 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 We miracled him into it. That's a downside of this miracle plan. That is I mean, oh, shouldn't have played Shatter. Yeah, they could have Mana Tithe. Is not impossible. Now, that is definitely the downside of this miracle plan. Need the Thassa's Oracle backup plan. What is this Thassa's Oracle backup plan that you mentioned? I mean, we have ways to kill that too. Well, that's the downside of miracling. As someone who's played a lot of Mana Ties, I feel like I gotta play around Mana Ties. Hot girls, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mono Black Control and standard options. Opinions. Seems like it could be sweet. I think I'm kind of in wait and see mode for standard now. You can't Coco into Bellestrat Spy, right? Because it's 4 mana. I guess you can hit Undercity Informer, but then you need extra mana. I'm kind of in wait and see mode on standard for the bannings. I feel like Mono Black Control has the pieces to like kill Lotus Cobras, kill Omnass. Grasp of Darkness feels really good right now. Make opponents discard their Ugins. So I feel like there's good things about a Mono Black Control deck right now in standard. Rogues I feel like is miserable because Uro just beats them. I've played against Rogues a bunch of times testing the Earl Omnath deck to see how busted it is, and I feel like every time I play Rogues, they do like good Rogue stuff. They have kind of like their fast clock. They're getting in, but then they just mill over your Uro, and then you escape Uro, and then they just lose. So I feel like Rogues would be one of the decks that might benefit the most if Uro gets banned. If Uro gets banned, I think there's a legit shot that Rogues is a top tier deck. With Uro in the format, I think that Rogues is a tier 2 deck, probably. Maybe you could play Rogues with like a ton of hate cards. Like if you're playing Rogues with 4 Cling to Dust in the main decks and 4 like Confounding Conundrums in the main deck. But I think that weakens your deck a ton against other archetypes. So I think you'd lose the critical density of Rogues that you need. So I feel like, yeah, keep an eye on Rogues if we get a banning of Uro. Then I think it's in the conversation for sure. Well, alright. We'll keep it. Land. This is close. Actually, if we draw a Ritual, we could win next turn. 1 mana, 2 mana, 3 mana, 7 mana. Yeah, so any Ritual and we just win next turn, which would be insane. Otherwise, if we draw a land, we win in 2 more turns. Yeah, we played a little bit of Neoform combo yesterday on the stream, actually. Is Cobra really a problem with Dice Stall removal? So, would Cobra be a problem by itself? Maybe not. I think the issue that Standard is having is similar to the issue that Standard was having last year, which is ramp is based on earlier results. I'm not calling for battings or anything like that. Like, I've been intentionally trying to avoid that because it's like week 1 of Standard. The set's out on paper, so I'm very much not like calling for battings or anything. But I think the issue with Standard is that ramp is looking like it might be too good, and Lotus Cobra is part of that. Is Lotus Cobra itself? Come on, Ritual. Belcher. Is Lotus Cobra itself overpowered? I mean, it is a strong card, but I think it's Lotus Cobra combined with Omnath, combined with Uro, combined with Ugin, combined with Cultivate, like smashing all those cards together, and something's going to have to go. The question is, all right, I guess we can pass. Ugh. Oh, we're so close. Well, yeah, their Ether Vial's not high enough to Flicker Wisp yet, so I guess we can probably wait. Although they can still Ether Vial in another one if they have it, so it doesn't do as much as if they didn't have an Ether Vial. Leonin Arbiter. Okay. Well. Hazard away Thalia. Untap and Ritual. Land. Well, alright. Shatter Skull. Untapped. Ritual. Iron Crag Feet. Belcher. Do they have it again? Oh! Wow! Wow! Oh, alright. Well, opponent does have it again somehow. Past the turn. Yeah. Takes up the vial. Plays a land. We even have an answer. We just don't have the mana to cast it. Gets it, hits us. Down to 11. Flicker Wisp on a land. I don't know if this is good or not, but we're going to go for it because we're not... Oh, really? Jeez, flickers our Char Belcher. Well, spin it to win it. No untapped lands. And now our opponent has a full hand. Oh, so awkward. Well, play the land past the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to 1. If our opponent doesn't have an equipment, if they have an equipment, it's game. And we just drew up 7 cards. If we had hit an untap land there, it would have been wonderful. Like, untap land, any of them, Ritual out, Anger, sweep the board, and then we're back in business, but we're dead to any sword. And if we get to untap, we're probably just dead anyway, honestly, with our opponent having 8 cards in hand now. I don't know about... Yeah, we'll see if... Well, we have to Anger. We have to have our opponent not have something to Ether Vial into play. And we have to survive another turn. And we have to survive this turn with our opponent not having 1 more damage. So we need a lot of things to go right. If we could have Angered last turn, I'd feel a lot better. Because we'd be at 11, and then we'd have another Anger, and we'd be in good shape. But not hitting that... I mean, and that is one of the problems. We only have 12 untap lands, which is half as much as a typical Modern deck. Yeah, Nature's Claim and her opponent having nothing would be good. Oh. Yeah, I don't. I'm actually kind of curious about this Reforge the Soul plan. Like, I don't know. It feels like this matchup, Reforge the Soul, has hurt us more than it's helped us. I kind of feel like I know it's like cool to reforge the soul, but I kind of feel like in some cases it might be better to intentionally not reforge the soul because giving our opponent a new hand is so harmful. Gets in, it's down to 1. And unban all standard. Let the meta sort itself out. Welcome to Wild West. Oh, I think the Wild West would be very Simic colored. Another strip mine. Strip mine's a land. Another ether vial. Skyclave apparition to hit our Char Belcher. Opponent passes. Well, anger of the gods. Get a token. Hope our opponent can't vial something lethal into play. Okay, Skyclave apparition. Well, that's technically not lethal. All right, we're live. We're not dead yet. We're not dead. Oh, boy. Vote it. Yeah, Oko and Uro and everything would be pretty insane. Opponent going to Stoneforge. Out a Maul. Maul the Skyclave? Whoa! We got jaked out so hardcore. Alright. Oh, that's fun. Jeez. Yeah? I mean, I think Maul the Skyclave is good in Standard. I didn't expect it to show up in Modern, but it was the perfect Stoneforge target there. Ooh, boy. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's actually good. The problem is it is absurdly expensive to equip. So, while it was good in that situation, the downside is like when you play it and then it gets hit by your creature gets hit by a lightning bolt or a fatal push, you kind of wasted your Stoneforge target, and now you have a pretty underpowered equipment that costs way more than it should to equip. So I don't know, but it is, if you're being very aggressive, it's good. The like pump spell aspect of it is can be very strong. I mean, it's good if nothing goes wrong. I think of it like a pump spell. It's like a pump spell with upside, essentially. Hey, what's up, Zach? How are you? I think of it as a pump spell with upside. Uh, you're hoping to play it in a way where you're getting an attack with it, and then if you get in more than that, it's a bonus. That's kind of how I. That's kind of how I view it. Yeah, I think with Stoneforge being able to put into play at instant speed definitely is another upside. Oh. Yeah, we'll keep this. I think this is okay-ish. Yeah, the free equip, it'll be interesting to see how much that helps the Zendikar equipment. Like, is that enough to make them playable? Well, tap line go. Standard ley lines was fun. Hey, what's up, little jelly bean? How are you? Good to see ya. I don't like the enters attached equipment. It feels too much like an aura. Her artifact's identity. Yeah, I mean, I think the idea is to help with playability, getting the free equip. Opponents said they wish I was playing a control deck so the stream snipe would be more meaningful. But opponent's dredging, so alright. It is a goldfishy matchup. Opponent Bills hits a dredger, Enterprise Amalgam, and passes. And land? That's a land. Alright. Play Sanctuary, Wild Canter. And now we're potentially a land away from winning next turn. Can we draw a land? Can we draw a land? I mean, I would like to see more playable equipment. We haven't had many very good equipment recently. Going to get a collector's booster for Zendikar Rising. Hopefully, I have them ordered. I don't know if you've seen any of the stuff about opponents a creeping, chilling, and ox. I don't know if you've seen any of this stuff about not much Zendikar Rising being shipped to vendors. So that is oh boy, opponent's got the dredge dream over there. Turn 2 Cathartic Reunion, dredge, Narcomoeba, get back the board. Well, do we hit the mana source and win the game? We need a ritual or an untapped land, and the game is over. We get 2 draws thanks to Metamorphose. Maul and Batterskull would be sweet. So yeah, so assuming my order actually shows up, I will be getting a... Oh, that's an untapped land. White, green. So green. Oh, that works. All right, so we play Amiria, untapped. We will Metamorphose. Make us some more red mana. Sag Wild Canter. Iron Crag Feet. Belch. Almost burped on stream on purpose, but avoided it. Burp. And about it, 32 in the negatives and dead. I mean, this deck is really good when you don't get interacted with, and it really is. Medeiros, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you. I opened 1 collector's booster box, got a Monastery Mentor. Talk about ridiculous luck. Oh, yeah. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared because it seems like there's a good chance the kids are going to be able to eat, honestly. We don't have any graveyard, hey, do we? I guess we can bring in the 2 Angers. Actually, do we even? Maybe we just race. Like, what is our opponent? Opponent's going to bring in ley lines. So we bring in Nature's Claims. Bring in Nature's Claims, and we'll go 1 Anger. And just... Oh, wait. Why is the Iron Crag Feet in our sideboard? What else did we... What did we do wrong? Oh, we already have 1 Anger. All right. Run it like that. El Coaz Twitch is holding chat hostage until I say something. So survival rule 785. There's always more scoop bugs. And Abase, welcome you both to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. I'm a little nervous because I've never had good luck with collector's boosters. And I actually, when they announced the fetch lands, I was like, all right, I'm doing it. I got a bunch of them. I went deep on the boosters. I think I have 4. I think I have 4 collector's booster boxes. No, those are the VIP boosters. The collector booster ones are the ones that are like $20. I was thinking about doing either on stream or on video. But I'll see if they show up because... So we have all the rituals. We have okay. I guess that's fine. We basically need a mana source and we can recross pass. Maybe it's too slow. Fetch lands, I believe, are supposed to be in packs, right? Joining me in the finance cabal. I mean, I don't do the speculation thing, but I felt like they were hopefully good value. So we'll see. But I've just always had horrible luck with collector's boosters. I've never got like a box of them before, but it's just been random packs, and every time I get them, I end up regretting them. So, and maybe I'll probably open a bunch of whatever card they end up banning. Like, oh, Box Topper Lotus Cobra ×4. I think so from what I understand, you get 2 box toppers. which can be fetch lands, and then oh, Stony Silence, and then roughly one in every 6 boosters will have foil ones in one of the slots. Yeah, the box toppers are non-foil, but you can get foil ones in the boosters. Are the box topper lands going to be worth much considering how abundant they were this time around? That's a good question. I think they'll be worth something because fetch lands are super expensive. It'll probably depend on... Ooh, all right. Oh, if they take our Shatter Skull Smashing... We're actually seeing the downside where we're playing lands that can get Thought Seized. I guess the good news is our opponent is not good at milling dredge cards at the moment. They should probably take the land. I hope they take the Char Belcher. We can recover from that. If they take this land, though, we're at the mercies of our deck. Hey, what's up, Just Magic Player? How are you? Do you think that Dranith Magistrate will have any effect on stopping Uro in upcoming Standard? Nah. I don't think it's good enough. I think it is a bit underpowered. Yeah, opponent takes a land. Okay. Land? Maybe. You know what? I think we just... Little awkward, but kill that. Our opponent doesn't have a Dredger. If we can keep the Dredger out of the graveyard, then we can just do nothing together for a while. Us and... Oh, opponent gets a land. No. Well, at least it's tapped. Ooh, Hagels. All right. About it. Discards an Ox. So we draw more Nature's Claims. Ship the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ooh. Ooh, opponent's getting all the lands. Yeah, Roaring Regrowth is definitely a good card. Do you think that the Nisso Golgari would be a nice add to Niv Mizzet modern decks? I could see decks trying to play it as a one of. There's Ox. Hand discarded. Stinkweed dredged. Wow. Huh. What are the chances that all 3 of our Nature's Claims were in a row on the top of our deck? Hey, CJ Jesus. And more Shriek Horns. Yeah, this isn't looking good. Opponent mills, hits some dredgers, has another Ox. Getting that, well, I guess getting that land Thought Seized, with how this played out, was not a big deal. Drawing all these Nature's Claims was not good. Eyes of Agodas for our opponent. With your experience against rogues and standards, is Cling to Dust enough to beat Urodex? Maybe. I think that's necessary to at least have some chance of winning. Do I think it's as simple as play 4 Cling to Dust and you win now instead of lose? I'm not sure. I think it would definitely help to some extent. Whether it swings the matchup or just makes it like slightly more possible, not 100% sure. Corgan! Yeah, this one looks super over. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Brush Finger doesn't really stop Uro either. Yeah, Hushbringer is actively bad against Uro. You definitely, that is, actually, you could build like a janky against odds deck where your goal is to play Hushbringer and then play Uro and have it stick around on turn 3. So, Hushbringer is like the opposite of a hate card. It's like a helper card. Dranith Magistrate. Let me read Dranith Magistrate again. Dranith Magistrate. Your opponents can't cast spells from anywhere other than their hands. So, in theory, if this sticks out, your opponent can't escape Uro. They still do get to get the Uro from their hand. I mean, I guess technically it could maybe slow Uro down. I'm skeptical of things that die easily. I feel like this probably just eats a Scorching Dragonfire, and your opponent gains their life and draws their cards with Uro. Eventually, Ugin kills it or something kills it, and then they Uro. And the other thing is, with the Uro decks, like, Uro is just a part of the deck. That's kind of the issue, is that even if, let's say you could surgically extract Uro or something without it doing any major damage, that doesn't just beat the deck. It's not like a combo deck. Like, they still Lotus Cobra in Omnath and still make a bunch of mana in Genesis Ultimatum and still cast the Uro. So while having an answer to Uro helps, it's not like Storm or something where you're like, oh, I get rid of your one thing and now you can't win. Or Ad Nauseum's a good example, especially old builds of Ad Nauseum. Like, oh, I surgically extract or extirpate or necromentia your Ad Nauseum. Now your deck just literally can't win the game. I don't think the Uro decks are like that, honestly. Like, yes, dealing with Uro helps, but I don't think that just wins you the game. Because of you playing Aegir the IO for the first time in years, good luck. I love Belcher. Yeah, I've played some Aegir thanks to my little brother lately. It's kind of fun. It's all big teams. This hand. So this hand's not very good. The only thing going for it is a nature. Well, I guess we have a recross pass. Land. We can Nature's Claim something. I actually don't know if we keep this or not. It's definitely not a nut draw. What do we do with this? Do we keep it? Is it even worth keeping? I feel like this is very much like right on the fringes, especially against Dredge, which can be pretty fast. Yeah, maybe a turn 4 win is good enough. I guess we are on the play. Opponent also has Thoughtseized, and this hand is very relatively soft to Thoughtseized. Pretty soft to Thoughtseized. If we get Thoughtseized, then it's a lot worse. I mean, but this is a deck that you get a lot of power, but you also do struggle with interaction. And the other thing is, our opponent apparently admitted they were stream sniping, so they probably know what's in our hand, and perhaps are mulliganing to find cards for beating what we have in our hand. Golgari, midrange, and standard. Ooh, let me see, Hezron Tamar. All right, opponent, tap land passes. We draw. Iron Crag Feet. Well, Valakut Awakening. Go. Ooh, that definitely looks fun. Have a lot of good mid-range threats. Good answers. Good mid-range threats. New Drana is sweet. I've wanted to play New Drana. I haven't got a chance to yet. And New Nissa is sweet. That looks like a sweet deck. I like it. Yeah, I mean, our opponent said they were stream sniping, so. They said they wish we were playing a control deck because then their stream sniping would be more meaningful, so. They're not. I mean, I respect being forthright about it. Like, if you're going to do it, just be upfront about it. Better than hiding it. Ritual? For the win? Spikefield Hazard. Well, okay, so we need to Amirius Call. Untapped. Recross pass. And stack them up. So to win the game, we're going to put Reforged Soul on top. Reforged Soul is going to draw 7 cards. It'll be Simian Spirit Guide. 1, 2, 3. Is there a way we can beat... So we're going to have... Is there a way we can beat our opponent playing Stony Silence is the question. That's the question. So 2 mana is going to have to go for Reforge the Soul. We have 1 land, so that's 3 mana. So 1, 2, 3... 3 Simian Spear Guides is 4 mana. Ironcrake Feet, Belcher. Greenland, Nature's Claim? Yeah, I guess we could Nature's Claim before. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So, Simian Spirit Guides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ironcrake Feet. 5. Belcher, 6. And is there anything else relevant? Nah, it's fine. Kicking someone out doesn't really make a difference. They could still watch the stream, so honestly, I don't. It's not a huge deal to me. That is something that comes along with streaming. Yeah, so we can... Yeah, we'll just take a ritual. Alright. And any order. Put it on top. Well, we'll see. We'll see if we're alive. So our opponent could hit us for 7. The Creeping Chills could actually potentially kill us with the trigger on the stack. Just play Uro Omnith, Kenrith, Justice Ultimatum, Batiber Adventure deck. Can't value that. That does seem like a lot of a value. Have you thought about using Font of Agonies in Historic with the new pay 3 lifelands? Ooh, that is spicy. Why not put a 7-drop on top for Clash triggers and put on the bottom when Clash triggers? I mean, our opponent's watching, so I think... So the value of doing that would be to try to, like, hide what you're doing. But our opponent's watching the stream, so there isn't really any reason to try to be sneaky, because our opponent, they know everything that we know. So there isn't really any value to it here. I think if you're playing against someone who doesn't know what's going on, there could maybe be slight information value by putting something else on top to try to hide it. But against someone that has perfect information, there's not really any point in trying to bluff. How many landless decks exist? There haven't been... Oh, so our opponent, with the stream sniping, is going to mill with us with the Shriekhorn and win, they said. Okay. Fair enough. Well, I mean, definitely an advantage to stream sniping. It might not seem like it's that big of an advantage with... It might not seem like it's that big of an advantage in this matchup in specific, but it actually is a pretty big advantage because you know what cards you have to mulligan into. We saw our opponent mulligan to 5, so our opponent knew what our hand was. They knew we were going to be recross the pathing. So our opponent knew that they could mulligan into Shriekhorn, not play it, just hold on to it, and then have the free win. So is there anything we can do? Yeah, I don't think so. Well, kind of a sad way to lose our second match, but that is streaming. That's one of the drawbacks. All right, so technically we're 2-2. It would be interesting to see how that last match would have played out on a fair playing field, but that comes with the territory. If you stream, it's public to anyone, and people can see if they want to. I don't think it's actually against the terms of service anywhere. Not that I'm aware of. I mean, I don't even like. Honestly, I'm not even a fan of banning people. Like, would I stream snipe? No. Uh, do I like it when people stream snipe? Not really. It is another person viewing, so a view's a view. But uh, I don't know. Like, there's not much you can really do about it. So I think it's something you just have to. Sand actually is pretty good. I think it's something you just got to come to grips with when you're streaming. Because, ooh, is this taxes again? Uh-oh. That's awkward. But I think it's just something you got to come to grips with when you're streaming because it is going to happen on occasion. Now, let's see. Play Spike Field Hazard. Or Cave. Wait, can we win next turn? So, untap land for... Well, all right. No Thalias, please. No Thalias. I always remember that person has to live through the rest of their life being that way, so that's punishment enough. But I mean, I guess my thing is, like, you ban them, they can still watch your stream. As far as I'm aware, it's not, I know it's not illegal on Moto. I'm not really sure if Twitch has something against it, I guess, but as far as I know, it's not something that is just, ooh, it's spirits. Gladly Cassie, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I guess the question is there a Mausoleum Wanderer here? Untap land. Ritual. 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 Belcher. Kill you? Oh! Alright. We will not pay one. Well, we got our Belcher down. So, I don't know why I was thinking this just protected creatures, but apparently it protects players too. I thought it was just, I think I kind of knew that it did that, but I don't know why I always think it just protects creatures. Oh, jeez. The new spirit's coming to ruin our day. Well, that's going to make it a lot harder to win, I will say. Yeah, spirits is probably a ridiculously bad matchup, honestly. We really needed that to work. Well, oh boy. This recross the pass plan is so sketchy. Well, Simian Spirit Guide. Recross pass. But we're just going to draw our opponent into Spell Quellers and other stuff that beats us. Oh, these Ether Vial tax stacks seem ridiculously bad for our deck. Well, alright, so we Reforge the Soul on stop. But I think it just makes us lose. So we will... I mean, we do what we do. Simian Spirit Guide. Simian Spirit Guide. Simian Spirit Guide. So that's 1, 2, 3. Ritual is 4. Iron Crag Feet, 5. Char Belcher, 6. And we'll just take a land for 7. And any order. And, oh. Alright. And that's Mausoleum Wanderer on top. Yeah. Oh, there's... Yeah. There's no way. No way we beat this deck in a million years. Alright. Play Spikefield Cave. Pass the turn. I just want to match against 4-color Omnath by decking them with game 1, then timing them out in game 2. Hey, whatever works, I guess. How do you time them on Arena or on Moto? Oh, did I miss your resub? I apologize. I'm here for the zombies. Let me look. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm here for the zombies. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Seth just wanted you to revisit to Fairy Pool in Modern again. Sweet but impractical. Okay, so we're just super dead. I actually tried not that long ago. Thank you again for the resub. I tried not that long ago. Part of the challenge is other people are playing Teferi. So you can accidentally reverse lock yourself fairly easily, which is awkward. Oh yeah. Oh boy, this is... If I had to guess, this is probably worse than Death and Tax. This is probably just the actual straight up worst matchup our deck could possibly face. Ugh. Alright, is there anything we can do? Lane Line doesn't do anything. Nature's Claim doesn't really do anything. Vexing Slasher doesn't actually stop Spell Quellers. I guess it kinda stops Mausoleum Wander. But we already have Veil of Summer. Oh, we were so close to the turn 2 kill, but all of our opponent's cards are just random hate cards. Shusher's like, okay. Hey, see you, Atheist. Have a good time at the gym. I don't know if we bring in the Sushers. We have to... Well... Because then we're going to have to start cutting rituals, which is not great. We can go down at least one Reforge the Soul. Reforge the Soul seems very hit or miss. I'm sure there's matchups where your opponent's tapped out and doesn't do anything, and it's awesome, but in matchups where your opponent can do things at instant speed, it's probably just unplayable, or close to it. We can go down one Canter. Do we cut both of them? Maybe we do. Like, I don't think we can win with Reforge the Soul. Like, I think it's just, it helps our opponent more than it helps us. We have a new donation from Kenton FDW, $5 donation. I'm very disappointed in how the standard is already. I was playing standard for weeks instead of 2021 game mode they had before actual rotation was so much fun, but with this Omnath nonsense, I'm already at my wit's end. It's so frustrating. Yeah, I mean, so the good news, Kenton, and thank you so much for the donation. If there's good news, is that Wizards is apparently on top of it based on their tweet today. So it sounds like we're getting changes already. I mean, you just recross and put, like, win over the course of, like, 2 turns. Like, recross, Ironcrag Feet on top, then Belcher on top or whatever. If they don't... I mean, if they're tapped out and don't have Belcher, I guess it would be fine. But even if they don't have Vial, but even if they don't have Vial... they still have Spell Quellers. They can still flash in stuff with Rattle Chains, like Mausoleum Wander. So they still could have, presumably have counter spells after sideboarding. So even without Vial, I think Reforge the Soul almost certainly draws them into a way to stop our combo. Yeah, definitely is crazy that the set's not even out in paper, and Wizards is already talking about banning stuff. Alright, Wild Canter. Recovery, go. I mean, it's just going to be banning Uro and monitoring the future of the format since they milked all they could out of the card already. Yeah, I mean, that seems possible. How many years do you think it'll be before a standard set release without any cards getting banned? I think it really comes down to Wizards going to have to change how they're designing cards, honestly. Like, I think that is the bottom line. I think a bunch of things. It's been an interesting conversation today about why we're having so many bannings. I think a bunch of things play into it to some extent. I personally truly believe that London Mulligan rule is a part of it. Is that the main reason? No, I wouldn't say it's the primary reason, but I think it is a piece of the puzzle with what's going on. So you have London Mulligan rule and variance reducing mechanics coming up every set. So that's one piece of the puzzle. You have Arena and the proliferation of Magic streams and Magic content. I think there was actually more, I would say, data about Magic, like hard numbers a few years ago, but it's much more accessible now. You have all these streams, you have so much content, so everyone kind of knows the best deck. Also with Arena, and I think this is a huge one with Arena. Hang on. And I will tell you what I think is a huge thing with Arena. I guess we just keep playing lands for now. Play a land, pass the turn. We have another new donation from Hyuga fan, first time being rebuffed by a Seaman Seth. Well, Hyuga fan, I appreciate the donation. Thank you so much. Thank you. The other thing on Arena, it's actually the opposite. It's not that cards are so easy to get. Well, okay, so maybe a little bit. I actually think it's the opposite. It's not that cards are so easy to get on Arena that everyone plays the best deck. I think it's actually the opposite. I think the problem is that it's hard to get cards to switch decks. So if you are free to playing or trying to mostly free to play on Arena, how do you do it? Like what does the game incentivize you to do? The game incentivizes you, we just had rotation. So you're starting over from scratch. So what does the game incentivize you to do? It incentivizes you to find the best deck possible, build the best deck possible, grind that deck to earn your rewards and hit your daily wins and so forth. And then by doing that, hopefully after a few months, you'll have enough resources build up that you can build a second deck. What you can't, there's no incentive at all. It's actually like a huge negative to craft, use your wild cards on jank cards, and it's super risky even to spend all your wild cards to build like a cool third tier deck and hope that it's good enough. Because if you go to rotation and you put all your wild cards into like a third tier deck, and that deck doesn't work and you can't win on the ladder, then you don't earn your rewards, or it takes you 10 hours a day to earn your rewards, and then you never get to that second deck, so then you can't build your next deck. So I feel like that's part of why we see the format coalescing around one deck, is because people just can't easily switch decks on Arena. Like, because of how the economy works, it's not that it's I guess it's expensive if you just want to buy all the cards, but it's more that it's just very difficult to change decks on Arena. So I think that plays into it to some extent as well. And then I think we also have the design part of it, where Wizards just printing busted cards. And I think it's interesting. It can't all go back to Arena because... It can't all go back to Arena, in my opinion, because, oh boy, can we even possibly do anything here? It can't all go back to Arena because this really started with... Emrakul, honestly. Going back to Shadows of Innistrad. Like, the banning trend... We had standard bannings 2004 with Affinity back in Mirrodin era. We had standard bannings in 2011 for Caw-Blade. There were no standard bannings, zero, literally none in between there. And then once we got to 2017, we had the first banning that started this. We had Emrakul, Smuggler's Copter, and Reflector Mage. And that was January 2017, which was actually before Arena was really a thing. Maybe we were like in the very beginning of like closed beta where not everyone could even do it, but it wasn't even a big part of Magic at that point. So we had those bannings. Then we had Felidar Guardian. Then we had the energy bannings. Then things kicked up another notch last year where we had Field of the Dead, we had Okos, like just huge list. So yeah, it is pretty crazy. People whined for more impactful standard cards before that, so they got what they wanted. I mean, maybe that's true to some extent. Oh, this matchup's so over. Oh, this deck. So, we got to see... I actually feel like this was a great example of the deck. And why the deck is really sweet, but... Is there any possible way of winning this? We only cast one spell with Iron Crag Feet. Alright, so let's see. I don't think so. We cast Pyretic Ritual. I don't think we have anywhere near enough mana. Our hope is like Ritual, Veil of Summer. Ugh. Valakut Awakening into Belcher and Iron Crag Feet, but I just don't think we have enough mana to do what we're trying to do. No, Desperate Ritual. We gotta win this turn or we're dead, so we have to actually, like, literally win the game this turn. Simian Spirit Guide. Oh, no. Oh. Well, oh. We clicked the wrong one. I mean, I don't think it matters. We can see what... We could have drawn, what, a card? I don't think it would have... I don't think any of that would actually make a difference, but... I mean, is it a punt? I guess technically, but I don't think it actually... There's any way it actually matters, because we're going to... So, we would draw one card. It would have been Simian Spirit Guide. That would put us down to 3 mana, 4 mana. So, yeah, like, even doing that... There's no way we can actually win from there. So what do we see? You could have cast it during their end step for 4. Could have cast what during their end step for 4? Veil drawing a card requires our opponent having cast a blue or black spell that turn. You only draw a card if your opponent's cast a blue or black spell, so that doesn't actually work. The Valakut flip style is a sorcery, so we can't, I believe, right? Wherever it may be in this deck. Oh, it is an instant. So we could have cast it on our opponent's end step. That's true. But on our opponent's end step, they have the Mausoleum Wanderer, so I don't think that actually works. If we cast it on their end step, then Mausoleum Wanderer just counters it. So that doesn't actually work anyway. So what do we learn? What do we learn about this deck? So the deck is incredibly fast. We got several turn 2 wins. Sadly, we went 2 and 3, although one of those losses was to a Stream Sniper. So I don't know how you count that. I guess technically I would feel we were 2 and 2 with the deck, because it's hard to really count that one as a real match. So we got to see where the deck is really good, which is in decks that are not interacting with counter spells in Thought Seizes and taxing effects. It's absolutely insane. It's probably one of the best decks in the format in those matchups. On the other hand, when we play against decks that are Thought Seizing and taxing and playing a bunch of counter spells, then we might be one of the worst decks in the format, because we're built around one card, and our opponent answering that one card with a Pithing Needle effect, which we saw, with counter spells, which we saw, with stuff like that, then our entire deck does nothing. So it is a glass cannon. It's a very fast glass cannon, and in the good matchups, it's really good, but I feel like we are already seeing the metagame adjust for it. Like, maybe on the first day the Zendikar Rising released, you could have really got people with this and easily 5-0'd, but now that people are playing more Pithing Needles and actually, like, knowing how the decks works, we saw our Steam Sniper friend, like, milling us with their dredge mill artifacts to ruin our combo. So I feel like it's really good, it's really fast, but the bad matchups are pretty bad, which is probably a good place for it to be. Like, that's very similar to Belcher and Legacy, honestly. Like, Belcher and Legacy would be the best deck in the format if it wasn't for Force of Will. Like, it's incredibly fast. Belcher and Legacy can pretty consistently win on turn 1. But you empty your hand, your opponent force wills, and then you're just out of the game. So I feel like the new double phase modal cards, huge boost in power for Belcher, but it's still Belcher. It's still a glass cannon. It's a way better glass cannon than it was a week ago before Zendikar Rising, but really, it's still a glass cannon deck when it comes down to it. Interaction definitely helps. Hey, let me see Nesmith. All right, so let's see, where are we at? Ugh, mill. All right, I don't think we're going to get through an entire mill league, but we can start milling. A quick reminder before we do the next thing that our sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and if you need some magical cards, you get them at cardkingdom.com, so thank you to Card Kingdom. Any chance of trying Oops All Spells in Legacy? Yeah, definitely would like to revisit that at some point. We played it a while ago, but I'd be down with playing it again. Ooh, let me see, Naz. Oops All Spells. Ooh. Yeah, we just did a deck tech for a modern version. That looks like a sweet, or for a Pioneer version. This looks like a sweet modern version. Yeah, I definitely am interested in trying it. We'll have to do an Oops All Spells night. All right, so I would be surprised if we got through an entire league with Mill, but let's do some crabbing. So this is one take on New Mill. I still want to try, and we will in the future, Meta Cacophony, Fraying Sanity combo mill, where you can get the one-shot mill, your entire library kill. This deck, it's built around the crabs. It's 8 crab mill. We got Hedra Crab to go along with the Rooted Crab. We have a bunch of land drops. Fetch lands, Aboro can bounce itself every turn. Field of Ruin not only gets us an extra land drop, it makes our opponent shuffle so we can Archive Trap for free to mill 13. And that's basically the main core of the deck. We also get some Thief Guild's Enforcer, a good blocker, mills a little bit, Glimpse the Unthinkable, mills 10, Mesmeric Orb mills repeatedly, Archive Trap, of course, one of the best mill spells of all time. The rest of the deck, we get some interaction. Drown in the Lock, great in a mill deck because our opponent's going to have a bunch of cards in their graveyard, so it's going to be able to counter or kill pretty much everything. Devoured Flesh is an edict that can also gain us life in a pinch. Manic Scribe, a little more milling. Vision of Beyond to draw cards, and that's basically the idea. Also, Cryptic Urgent can be absolutely insane, where we're able to gain a ridiculous amount of life and exile the graveyard. So, isn't it pretty good unkicked? So, it is pretty good unkicked, but it's not as good as the other options unkicked. So that's kind of the issue. It's fine unkicked, but it is it mills 8 when the best option we have in the format mills 10. So I feel like, why are you not playing the 8 mil half? Yeah, so the 8 mil half is just not quite up to par. If you, like, the number one option is Glimpse the Unthinkable, mill 10 for 2. So mill 8 for 2 is like the next tier, but the way this deck is built, it doesn't actually have all those cards in it at all. So we only have 3 Glimpse the Unthinkable even. I do definitely plan to, in the future, this is like focused on the crabs essentially. I do definitely plan in the future to try Meta and Cacophony mill. Meta and Cacophony with Fraying Sanity for the combo kill. I also want to try that in Pioneer, or in Historic. That's still on our Historic list too. Would the new black enchantment removal work against it? Could be in the conversation for the sideboard, yeah. Alright, we got the crabs! Field of the Dead. Well, would have been nice to mill that. We will Dark Lake Shores, and crab 1, go. Let the millening begin, hopefully. I mean, the crabs are pretty strong. What do you got, opponent? Secure Tribe Elder. Sure. Well, we will Polluted Delta. Mill you for 3. Let's mill some Primeval Titans would be nice. Crack Polluted Delta. Get a Swamp. Mill you for 3. And then, Glimpse or Mesmeric Orb? Let's Mesmeric Orb. Get down the orb, past the turd. Over the long run, Orb will probably mill more cards. Opponent, gonna sack. We can also blow up the Field of the Dead, which is good. So opponent gets a land. We will pass. Opponent's down to 46, down to 40... 43? Alright. And? Bajukabog, sure. Targets themselves. Dryad. And more lands. Opponent passing. Ugh. Well, play the land. Mill our opponent. And, yeah, I think we better pass. I think we probably got to kill this Dryad. Dryad's really important. Opponent cracks. Without Dryad, Primeval Titan doesn't really do anything. Opponent gets milled. We get rid of a Primeval Titan. Opponent plays a land. Do they have the Titan? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Well, they do. Well, so we will devour flesh. Get rid of the Dryad. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Mill our opponent. Will it be enough? Opponent still got 31 cards. That's kind of a lot. Ooh, can we get a deck list update? Yes, I will update it right now. The Belcher deck's super sweet, though. I still like it. And I think it's probably better if Belcher's not the best deck in the format. That would be a pretty unfun best deck in the format. But as another good deck, I think it's pretty sweet. Alright, how do we do this? So this is going to trample over for a ton. Now, let's Field of Ruin. Mill our opponent. Field of Ruin. Blow up. Does it even matter? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How do we do this? Nothing's banned yet, but Wizards... Wait, did that work? Wizards sent out a tweet today. All right, deck list should be updated. That made it sound like bannings were coming the beginning of next week. Now, blow up Valakut. Get a land. Mill our opponent. Opponent gets zombies. And then Legions and the zombies. Oh, sweet mother. No! Their one card in hand is a Dryad? Oh, no. Oh, so if they have Valakuts left, we're dead. 2 are milled. They might only have 2. I mean, if we get to untap, we're good. We got the Glibs. Opponent. Tapping a ridiculous amount of mana. Fierce Empath. Perfect Dark Ritual. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big soup cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, all right. I think they only have 2 Valakuts. Because I think they would have played Dryad if they didn't. So now I think we're definitely good. Opponent gets in and scoops it up. We milled the Valakuts. Okay. Well, crab power. That is one of the hilariously frustrating things about this deck is mill, it like messes with your mind, at least for me. It messes with my mind because you know it's random. You know it's random. You know 100% that it's random, but you feel like it's not. You feel like, oh, they milled the perfect card. They milled all my Valicas. They milled all my lands. And you know that it's not, but it still drives you crazy. Yeah. The craps are paying off there for sure. So Ashiok's in, definitely. I feel like Extirpate's probably pretty good against this deck. I feel like we can go down Cling to Dust. We can go down... Legion's End bought us a bit of time. We can go down Crypt Incursion. What about Ensnaring Bridge? Is it worth Ensnaring Bridging? It does shut down Primeval Titans. And maybe, it probably is worth it. Echoing Truth could be okay. The question is, what are we cutting? That's the hard part. Ugh. Legion's End. So Legion's End's only good against zombie tokens. Echoing Truth is probably actually just better. Oh, not Hansi! You weren't here to remind me. You're okay. You gotta remind me next stream. I still owe you. I owe you a Stormcrow. I do. I really do. We can go down to a couple Thieves Guild Enforcers. I'm not like super impressed with Thieves Guild Enforcer in this matchup. We don't have that much to block. You know what? Let's go down all the Thieves Guild Enforcers. Let's try it like that. I think Devourer Flesh and Push are okay because they deal with Dryad. And we really don't want to get got by Dryad. Dryad's really bad for us. This looks really bad, but we're going to keep it. Because double Archive Trap into double Surgical might just get rid of all of our opponent's important cards. Well, alright. Archive Trap you. Wow. I have never in my life seen someone play this card in Modern. Alright. Gaia's Blessing. Gaia's Blessing. Interesting. So do we want to get rid of Primeval Titans or Dryads? Opponent has a single Valakut. Alright. Get the 2 Blessings. Yeah, apparently people are prepared for mill now. So opponent gets to shuffle their stuff in. We get to Archive Trap again. Untap. We need blue mana. Pass the turn. Yeah, Gaia's Blessing's insane. Okay, there's a Valakut. Yeah, we might have to just get the Dryads. Well, alright. Dryad. So opponent has... can we beat a Primeval Titan? So get rid of the Dryads. Archive Trap you again. Oh, wait. Oh, opponent didn't search their library. Okay. Or didn't... Opponent didn't search. We searched. Okay. That's fine. Opponent. Search for tomorrow's. Yeah, I mean... maybe people are just teching against Mill already, which is kind of interesting. Well, alright. Archive Trap you. We'd have our opponent very close to dead if it wasn't for That one shuffle back in they got. Mana of color. Ugh. Shelldock Isle. Glimpse. Pass the turn. Oh, this is way closer than it should be. Opponent. Adapts. Land. Prime time. Do they have Field of the Dead still? I don't think so. Oh, we need one more colored source of mana. If we draw land, we can win this. We can still win it, even through this prime time. Yeah, we're going to win through a Guy's Blessing, potentially, if we can draw land. If we draw fetch lands, even better. Opponent gets their lands. Untaps. Gets in. Hits us. Okay. Opponent. Oh, no, they drew another Titan? What are they doing? Wow. All right, Fierce Empath for Titan. And now we're dead. Now there's no winning. All right. Well, Guy's Blessing tag saved the day. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah. Well, I guess it was a greedy keep, and our opponent is. Oh boy. Oh, that's rough. That Guy's Blessing is a huge issue. Wow, I can't believe that's a card that's being played. Okay, what do we do about this? That's all we can do. Oh, that's so bad for us. All right, well, run it back. Aye! Well, if you want to beat Mill, Gaia's Blessing is like the single best sideboard card you can play. All right, we get to play first. We'll keep it. This hand could be good if it's not for Gaia's Blessing. How do we beat a Gaia's Blessing? Oh, Darkslake Shores. Crab. Go. Opponent. Tap land. Passes. Well, Crab. Polluted Delta. Milieu. Alright, no Gaia's Blessing yet, and 2 Primeval Titans down. Yeah, Ashiok would be a good one if we can find it. Potent. Suspend Surge, plays Field of the Dead. Passes. I'll play a Crab. Pass the turn. Crabtrot assembled. I don't think Cling to Dust does enough. Valakut. Secure Tribe Elder. Opponent passes. Well, we will continue to pass the turn. Okay. Opponent cracks. We don't want to, like, mill, because then our opponent will shuffle their graveyard in, then that'll turn off our Drown in the Locks. So this is a very awkward position. I mean, we're probably going to have to crack this fetch at some point, because we can't just, like, let our opponent Primeval Titan. And then we're just going to have to hope that it doesn't go poorly with Gaia's Blessing. Alright. Fierce Empath resolves. Gets a Primeval Titan. Secure Tribe Elder. Oh! Oh boy. That's game. Oh dear. Okay. Hmm. Brutal, brutal, brutal. Well, yeah. I milled the Valakut. I mean, the problem is the Primeval Titan gets lands and gonna make a ton of zombies. That's the issue. More fatal pushes. Well, pass the dirt. So we can kill the Primeval Titan, but our opponent will be in Field of the Dead mode. We can't counter it because of Cavern of Souls now. That was what the big groan was about. I've been testing Battle of Wits in Modern. Really happy with where it is right now. Would you ever play it on stream? Possibly. We've played Battle of Wits in the past. What does your build look like? Fabulous Sudden Brew. Well, alright, we'll see. Opponent. Plays Primeval Titan. Gets, I assume, some zombie production. Every combo in Modern. That sounds hilarious. So opponent makes a bunch of zombies. Oh, no, Blast Zone. Ugh. Yeah. Yeah, I think they got us now. So we kill a Primeval Titan. Opponent gets 4 zombies for free. And gets to kill our crabs. Well, might as well let our opponent shuffle their library back in, I guess. Mill, mill, mill. Pass the turn. That is definitely a spicy Battle of Wits deck. Opponent. Going to kill all of our crabs. Oh, we'll crack. Get a swamp. Mill, mill, mill. There's a blessing. Yep. Crabs die. Alright, well, Dryad we will counter. Ghost Quarter, more zombies. Well, kill a zombie. If we draw land, I guess there's a chance we can get beneath this bridge for a second. Down to 9. Well, pass the turn. Yeah, it'd be fun to try Battle of Wits again at some point. About it. Goes to combat. Gets in. Well. Echoing Truth, the zombies. Drop to 8. Yeah, we did a Belcher League. Now we're trying to bid a mill. This is awkward, but we're trying to bid a mill for the end of the stream tonight. We just gotta get this out of our hand. Bridge is more important than Fatal Push. Untap. Bloodstain, Mire, Ensnaring Bridge. Pass the turn. Poot it. Yeah, we did draw land, but I feel like we can't really take a chance. Opponent can Ghost Quarter themselves to put lands into play, yeah. So they're gonna make a bunch of zombies. Okay. Whoo! Alright. Opponent has all the... Opponent is very teched for this matchup. Yeah, they don't have the mountains for Valakut at the moment. That's kind of their issue. But our opponent, they're running away with this. Yeah, let's just... there's no way we can win this. Let's go. Cast the Gaia's Blessing. Explores. Make zombies. Cantrip Visions of Beyond. Well, we got to see... Hey, what's up, Gorgy Plunger? We got to see the power of the deck, but good lord, if people are already dedicating the extremely valuable sideboard slots to beating Mill, that's a bad sign for this deck. That's an incredibly bad sign. That our very first matchup is playing Gaia's Blessing. That makes me think that maybe Mill is already being hated out of the meta. And the set's not even out in paper yet. I mean, we have 2 Surgicals in the main, and Surgical isn't even that good against Gaia's Blessing, because they still can just shuffle all their stuff in, so it's not even that. I mean, it's okay, but it's not great. Red for Life Forever, welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey Seth, is there any reason the stream replays are not on a set upload schedule? Used to be the next day, now they take 3 to 4 days. Not complaining, just curious. I guess I should probably try to get them up the next day. So my concern was I didn't realize this, but apparently there's some rule with Twitch that you're not allowed to upload your streams to YouTube within 24 hours. And I wasn't aware of that. So once I became aware of that, just on the off chance that that was actually a thing that would matter, or could get in trouble for, I've been trying to wait until after 24 hours. But maybe that's being overly cautious, because I always uploaded them the next day otherwise, and never got in trouble for it. So I don't know if that's a rule they actually like enforce or not. Twitch and YouTube are like competitors, apparently. YouTube has rules that prevent you from using stuff on Twitch to some extent, especially if you're like partnered with either like YouTube or Twitch. So they actually are like rivals, so they just make it harder than it needs to be, I think. Opponent passes. So yeah, that's been the reason, but I might just go back to uploading it the next day, because I think it is more convenient, and I like having the set schedule. Well, I guess we do this. Grab an island. Milia. I mean, we are milling well. Opponent thought seized us a bunch. Oh, Croxes. Ugh. Okay. So opponent actively wants cards in the graveyard. Smiting Hex. This is another deck that seems relatively teched for mill. What about streaming on Twitch and YouTube at the same time? Is that no bueno? If so, you should let Budget Commander know. So Tomer can stream however he wants to, but if you are a Twitch partner, then you cannot stream other place else. So Tomer can do whatever he wants, because he might have got affiliate now, but he's not a partner. So Tomer can do whatever he wants. Yeah, but since we are partnered, because I thought it'd be interesting to try a a stream on YouTube because we had a lot of subs on YouTube. So I thought maybe people would like it, but yeah, that is also against the rules, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll try to figure out. I'll talk to some people and see if I can start getting the replay up the next day like I used to. But yeah, that was the reason, is just I didn't know that that was a rule until recently. And then I was like, oh, like, I don't think, I've never heard of anyone getting in trouble for it. But at the same time, you just never know. And it would suck if they were like, oh, we're banning your Twitch. We're randomly banning your Twitch because you were doing this. Like, that would be disastrous. This is Magic Online. Well, kill the thing. Drop to 10. Why is everyone prepared for Bill? Jeez. What is going on in these modern games? Gaia's Blessing, Graveyard Heavy Rakdos with Blood Gas and Croxus. There's Croxa. Yeah, this one's over. Yeah. Yeah. Another crab. Sure. Whoo! Everyone's Magic, yeah, Magic Online or MTGO, Magic the Gathering Online. MTGO.com is where you can get all the information on it. But basically, this is the original digital Magic. With the upside that you can play all the formats. That's the biggest upside of Magic Online by far. Is you actually get to play Modern and Legacy and Vintage if you want to, Commander. The formats that are not readily available on Arena, unfortunately. At least yet. Maybe someday. Maybe someday we'll get them on Arena. Well, alright. Bring in more Graveyard Hate. Run it like that. Yeah, exiling all of the cards in the opponent's graveyard is actually, like, kind of awkward because we do want visions turned on. Like, Crypt Incursion can be good. Well, alright. 1 land, but 2 crabs. This hand will be good if we get another land. Well, Bloodstained Mire, crack it. Watery Grave, untapped, and Ruin Crab. Go. Ooh, you were a beta tester for Moto? That's sweet. That was a long time ago. Is Vintage cheap enough to actually play online these days? Yeah, Vintage is actually very inexpensive. On Magic Online, the economies... So I'm not going to say it's cheap, although with loan programs it can be very cheap. Definitely worth looking into. But Vintage is basically the same price as playing Modern or playing Pioneer even. Like, roughly that same price. So yeah, you can play it for not much more than anything else. So opponent has Surgical. Well, we will play a Hedron Crab. I mean, I guess they got some non-lands out of our deck, which increases our odds of hitting this land that we need. Bloodstained Mire. Cracks it. Blood Crypt. Untapped. And Knight of the Eben Legion. Well, Milia. Okay, mill our opponent into some goodies. Wow, this is like a straight up graveyard. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh my god, this is so bad. Maybe we shouldn't have milled there, I guess. I guess it's possible that we should just wait until we try to get more mana. Oh, poor mill. We're going to have to do more milling in the future. Maybe with a different build. Wow, we've had some really, really bad matchups in our last few matches. We have all the crabs you can possibly have before they got exiled. So opponent, some Bloodgrass for free. Why are they playing Sorin and Silver? So this is like, I don't know what our opponent's deck's doing. Well, I mean, I guess we'll counter that. So this is like vampire-ish dredge. Opponent, more bolts, gets in, hits us. Oh, come on. Oh, no way. Well, it's not even good against us. What is going on in these last... It's not even vampires, though. It's seasoned pyromancers, and I don't even know what this deck is. It's like sort of a little bit like vampires, but not really. Wow. Well, all right. On to the next one. We gotta see if we can at least win a match before we concede and we're done with it. All right, we gotta say, can we win a match? Can we? I feel like Bill has some amount of potential, but good lord, is the metagame prepared for this? I guess that's the other. So the Maddening Cacophony plan, I guess you still need the graveyard active. That's one of the awkward things about Mill is many modern decks are built around the graveyard, but Mill you need to keep cards in your opponent's graveyard to turn on a lot of your cards. So that's yeah. I feel like apparently maybe Mill is already to a place where people are like prepared for Mill in the meta, which is crazy. I was playing against a historic Mill deck that scared me. Was it comboing off with Burvak or Bravik, whatever it is? I am wearing a Modest Mouse shirt. Do I think that Uro will be banned in Modern? I think eventually it is likely. Is it going to be banned in Modern like this week? I would say most likely not, but I feel like it's a. Oh, did Mill actually win a tournament? I didn't realize that Mill had won anything. But yeah, I mean, it does seem like people are super tech to fight against it. Their sideboards are built for it. They're playing decks that are their main decks are good against it. So we'll see. Can we at least get a crab win? If we get a crab win, I mean, I think as far as actually like 5-0ing this league, that's out the window. But if we can get a crab win before our stream ends, we'll count that as a victory, and then revisit Mill in the future. Maybe with some tech of our own to fight against what our opponent's doing. Got to tech them back. If our opponent's gonna Gaia's blessing us, we're gonna need to tech them back. Should I wait for Modern Horizons 2 to pick up a pricey Modern deck? So what Modern deck are you thinking of getting? I think if it's a deck that has some cards or a decent amount of cards that were reprinted in Double Masters, then I think going for it now is probably a good idea. On the other hand, if it hasn't had stuff reprinted recently, then I can see an argument for waiting. What in the world? Oh my goodness. Okay, so opponent London Mulligans into their combo. They mill their entire deck. They have Nexus of Fate. So it is impossible to mill them out. Yeah, that's game. Sure. So, another deck that we actually can't beat, and Nexus of Fate, can it even be surgical? Well, I mean, it's game because we go to 12, and then they get back 20 power of creatures, and they attack us. So this is Oops All Spells, essentially. It's kind of like the Belcher deck we played, where it is the glassiest of cannons, even more so than Belcher, I think. But if it all comes together, it can win pretty quickly. Another deck that is looking to abuse the MDFC lands. So Extirpate and Surgical don't actually do anything. We need Thought Seizes. Because you can't actually Surgical or Extirpate a Nexus of Fate, unfortunately. Yeah, we don't have much for this. Huh. Go down Fatal Pushes. Go down Thieves Guild Enforcer. I mean, I guess we can keep Surgical to hit other combo pieces. I guess that would be the upside of keeping it in, is like maybe we can snag Thassa's Oracle or something and our opponent won't be able to win. That's probably worth it. Yeah, Unmoored Ego could get rid of Nexus. We don't have Unmoored Ego. Oh, this is another deck that Hoses Mill. What are the chances that we would just hit all decks at Hose Mill? Thanks for playing my Commander Clash deck. PS Chapter of the Great Hut is really cool. Also, the deck name probably should be called Force Tribal. I can see that. Yeah, it was fun. Thank you for sending it in, Crazy Bad. Yeah, we have just hit the absolute most ridiculously poor matchups for our deck the last like 5 matches. There's Surgicals in there. Alright. I mean, Thoughtseize is a decent card. Yeah, this is... See, I think this is actually a pretty good example of some of the stuff we're talking about earlier, where you have the interaction of London Mulligans, allowing you to mull like 3 cards, combined with variance-reducing mechanics, like the multiple double face cards, and you match that all together and stir it all up, and you get a stew, which is 2020 Magic. Yeah, hello, Robert Myers. Hopefully all is well with you. Thank you for hanging out. Hello. Well, all right. We will put Thieves Guild Enforcer, I guess, to the bottom. Polluted Delta, crack it. Watery Grave, untapped. Thoughtseize our opponent. Opponent kept 7, which is not a good sign. 2 Undercity Informers. Well, I guess we take the land. I hope they don't draw another one. Opponent. Top deck's a land. Okay. So that was good for our opponent. We will play a... Play Ruin Crab. Play a Boro. Mill our opponent. Hadron Crab. Pass the turn. Opponent. Oh, we ain't got no luck at all tonight. This Mill League, no luck. Hey, what's up, Fortness? How are you? Oh, jeez. Well, opponent drew their lands, and looks like game to me. Well, okay. Field of Ruin. Milieu. The Strip Mine could help. Maybe. Opponent creeping chill. Well, we will Field of Ruin. Get a land. Mill you. Mill our opponent. Play Grafdigger's Cage? Grafdigger's Cage could be worth considering. It doesn't stop all the stuff shuffling back in the graveyard, which is the big issue. Emeralds, Gaia's Cradles, World Spine Worms, all that kind of stuff. So it's actually like that's kind of the issue with Grafdigger's Cage in this deck. So the problem with Leyline is that Leyline turns off Visions of Beyond, and it turns off Drowned in the Lock. So it turns off two of our like best cards. So I think not that means it's wrong. Wow, they drew. Jeez, the land drawing has been very impressive for our opponent. We thought he's their only land on turn one, and they've drawn a land every single turn of this game, quite literally, every single one. Ooh, this has been the last few rounds have been interesting for our decks for sure. Yeah, we have Surgical, but decks are just super teched for mill at the moment. Well, we've done most of our opponent's work for them. Pass the turn. Down to 2, but we've gotten through every Creeping Chill. The Narcomoeba's in hand. Well, we'll see. Yeah, so it's kind of cast Narcomoeba. So opponent's just going to try to attack us. Opponent passes. Now Darkslick Shores. Milia. There's the Nexus of Fate, of course, which is going to beat us. Oh, God. Opponent. My favorite modern deck was 4C without white for Path, Gaia's Blessings, Mesmeric Orbs, and Copy Effects for days. That sounds spicy. Yeah, this Nexus. I mean, I guess we can draw a Fatal Push, but I don't think we have many left in our deck. Yeah, Archive Trap, but then Nexus. Jeez. The mill, absolute nightmare. There are Surgicals in the main deck and Ashioks in the sideboard. Alright. Well, one more. Last chance for Bill to do something. Let's see if we can play against a deck that is... How do they discard Nexus? Well, they kill us in one attack, so... Ashiok can kind of handle Nexus. Does it handle Nexus? I think it does. I mean, our opponent had lethal. That was the issue. If our opponent didn't have a lethal attacker, then we could have kept going. Hey, Seth, the Goldfish Crew should play Among Us. I feel like it would be such an entertaining video. Yeah, that would be super fun to try at some point. Yeah, I'm actually not 100% sure what happens with Ashiok and Nexus of Fate. I feel like Nexus... Wasn't there a weird thing in Standard where, like, even through Leyline of the Void, Nexus of Fate still goes back into your library or something? Like, wasn't there... Yeah, so... Does Ashiok even get it? Is there like, does that even do it? Yeah, I'd be down for doing an Among Us stream at some point. So after COVID, we should have a pizza stream with the Commander Clash stream. Ooh, well, I'd be glad to see some other people have to eat gross pizza. Share the love. All right, can we do one more match? This is Mill's last chance. Can we at least win a game? Like, can we run into one deck that isn't ridiculously teched for Mill? Last game of the stream, last game with Mill. I think we will revisit Mill. We will definitely revisit it. It's going to be a matter of us re-teching our decks. We're going to have to tech our decks back to figure out, like, the graveyard hate and so forth. See if there's a way we can actually fight our opponent's stuff in all their hate that they're bringing in. Like anchovy pizza and the pizza from the pizza stream I found it pretty gross. But I'm also someone who one land again. I'm also someone who just kind of likes pepperoni pizza or like pepperoni and sausage. Rufio 3030. Welcome to the Fishbowl. Thank you so much for your subscription. Big super cheer for you. How many lands does this deck have? I think you got the Graveyard Manor stuff for late line. Maybe. But Visions of Beyond and Drown and Lock are like super good. I mean, it could be worth considering, definitely, but I think that's something to keep in mind, that those are two really powerful cards. So does having better Graveyard Hate make up for all the power we would lose? I don't know if that's a challenge, but it's still very early in Zendikar Rising Modern, so definitely some brewing to be done to figure it out. About it. Sprite Dragon gets and hits us. Well, play a Ruin Crab. Sheldock Isle, Milieu. How many lands are in this deck? Ashia's and Surgicals are all Demir needs for Graveyard Hate. Maybe. I mean, traditionally, yes, but in a world where people are playing Gaia's Blessings and are, like, intentionally dedicating their sideboard to beat Mill, I think that might change the equation. Like, when no one cares about Mill, yeah, I would agree. You don't need to go to any great lengths. But in a world where people are, like, building their sideboard specifically to beat Mill, I think that might change the equation and might have to change the hate cards that we're playing. Should try and play aggro Mill sometimes with Jace's Phantasm and Vatras Gargoyle. Ooh, Petty Thief. Going to bounce the Hedron Crab. Okay. Yup. Down to 14. Untap. Well, we will play Ruin Crab. Field of Ruin. Milieu. It's like they're built to go together. And then Devour and Flesh. While your opponents tap down, hopefully. Ooh, Salundi Vision. Oh, do they actually have an answer? Ooh, that would be less than ideal. Steamhead's untapped. Has a Spell Pierce. Alright. It's growing. We do not have an answer. Pass the turn. Does Leyline of the Void actually get Nexus? Nexus is such a weird card, the way they worded it. Opponent gets and hits us for a bunch. Yeah. Down to 11. And passes. I'll play a Swamp. Mill our opponent. 12 cards in the graveyard. I'll play Mesmeric Orb. Gonna be close. Gonna be close. Drown in the Lock can potentially kill it if our opponent does not have more counters. And then we still got to deal with the Brazen Borrower and Lightning Bolt Snapcaster shenanigans, potentially. Alright, there's Brazen Borrower, so... Sprite Dragon? Kill it, please. Oh no, they really have 2 Spell Pierces in hand? Okay, gets a tap land. Thank goodness. We killed a thing. Okay. Can we beat a Brazen Borrower? Opponent gets milled. They're going to quickly turn out our visions from beyond, which is good. This might be Mill's chance to actually do something. Maybe. Opponent. Come on. We got to get at least 1 mill win. Hits us. Down to 8. Not a high life total. Opponent's thinking about something. Plays a tap land. We untap. We get milled. Yep. Mill. Oh, play Darkslick Shores. Mill our opponent. Play Visions of Beyond. Draw some cards. Okay. Awkward. Well, I guess we do this. That was not a very good Visions of Beyond. Opponent floats a mana. We get an island. We mill our opponent. Yeah, well, we got plenty of lands. That's not going to be a concern in this game. Mill our opponent. We got through half the deck, but we don't have an answer to Brazen Borrower. Hitting those 3 lands, not good here. So Belcher is very good if it doesn't get hit by a lot of interaction. We went 2-2 with another match where our opponent stream snipe to be able to win. So technically 2-3, but 2-2 in fair matchups. And it's really it's insanely powerful and very good against decks that are not playing Thoughtseize and counter spells and things like that. On the other hand, against decks that are playing Thoughtseizes and counter spells and so forth, it is much less good. Well, glimpse the unthinkable. Maybe Sheldock Isle. Hedron Crab. Polluted Delta. Milia. I mean, all the crabs do add up mill. Hey, what's up, Mr. Weird? How are you? Hopefully tomorrow. Although Thursday at the latest. Oh, crack Polluted Delta, go to 4. Get our very last land. Milia. And then Thieves Guild Enforcer. Milia, the final 2. Mill, finally doing it. And if our opponent taps to counter it, then they get got by the Mesmeric Orb, so that's fine. Unless they have a free counter. Okay, sure. Well, this is it. Maybe it's just not happening. Maybe it's just not happening for Bill. At some point, it's kind of getting, it's kind of just, you gotta laugh. Like, at some point, it's just funny. And I think that we've potentially reached that point with Mill where it's just like, all right, sure. Yeah, yeah, Magic Gods, we get it. We get it. It's not our night to mill people out. We understand what you're saying. Um Yeah, so sure. One more shot. Last chance for Bill. Should have done it on his own upkeep. Yeah, could have slow rolled even further. My name is Mr. Ride. I feel like there's a W in your name. What? Ride. Oh, well, thank you, Mr. Ride with a W. All right, opponent. Sideboarding. Oh, well, thank you, DJ. I appreciate it. Well, reveal Norris. All right, here we go. Can Mill redeem itself and at least win a dang game? Can it win a game? Is that possible for Mill? Oh, I'll always remember Mono Blue Mill. That still is probably the worst deck we ever played. I don't know. Maybe it's been beaten out by something by now, but it might be. It's still on the short list of worst decks we've ever played. Yeah, I mean, this hand seems reasonable. We'll see. And opponent has a, okay, Disrupting Shoal. Scalding Tarn. And passes. Oh, Bloodstained Mire. Crack it. Grab a Swamp. Glimpse the Unthinkable. Hey. Opponent. Steam Vents. Tapped. Okay. So Glimpse Milieu. Archive Trap Milieu. All right, opponent has another free counter. That's a lot of free counters. What am I mispronouncing now, Mr. War-eyed? Oh, that's good. Boy. So, I feel like we're seeing a trend where Modern, one of the issues is definitely that essentially every deck is using the graveyard as a second hand to some extent. Even decks that are not really graveyard decks, like this Delver deck, are still kind of graveyard decks. Opponent gets in with Dreadhorde Arcanist. Going to cast a Lightning Bolt for free. Well, we will Thieves Guild Enforcer. Milieu. Thieves Guild Enforcer. Milieu. 14, 16, 18. We're so close. That flashback might keep us from being able to Visions of Beyond. Well, block and block. Get rid of that. Personally, you think Drown and Lock is a trap? Maybe. I don't know. It's very powerful, but I guess it does keep you from... All right, opponent's got another one. It does keep you from playing some stuff that would be good at locking down the graveyard. And a Salundi Vision. Opponent passes. Well, we will... Field of Ruin. Get our opponent to 20 cards. Get the island. Visions of Beyond. Archive trap you. Go to combat. Yeah, pass the turn. No reason to go attack it. We're winning with a mill. We're trying to. Yeah, we got exactly to 20, thankfully. And we found another vision, which is good. Opponent goes attacking. Gonna flash back Lightning Bolt. Hit a Thieves Guild Enforcer. And Snapcaster for another Lightning Bolt. Yeah, the graveyard is paid off for our opponent, that's for sure. Yeah. So we've drawn our opponent a bunch of Lightning Bolts. Wouldn't it be a case of main decking Soul Guide Lantern? I mean, we have Surgical Extraction in the main deck, which is main deck graveyard hate. 1, 2. You know what? Let's start with Vision, see what we hit. Visions of Beyond. Draw some cards. Mesmeric Orb. Island. Go. Can we close it out? Opponent's getting milled for 4. We're super close. Thoughts on running Snapcasters in this? I think they're less appealing with having so many crabs. They'd probably be okay, but I'm not sure. It's already hard to like find room for all the sideboard cards, so I feel like it's probably a case of just not having enough room, even though it would probably be fine in the deck. Not a fan of Drown in the Lock. I mean, in Standard, I think you have a legitimate argument. I think it's very good in Rogues in Standard. I mean, Rogues has an Uro issue right now, but I think it's very good in Rogues in Standard. But yeah, I think in Standard it is a little hit or miss sometimes. Opponent gets in, hits us, gets a free cantrip. I mean, I feel like we're in decent shape to hopefully win this. Opponent hits us. Down to 10. No, his opponent's tapping all their stuff. So, I mean, glimpse of think opponent's game. Until our opponent randomly has like an Emrakul or something. Lightning Bolt says, alright, tap all your stuff, opponent. We're fine with that. Opponent passes. We get milled. But I mean, this should just do it. We untap. We glimpse the unthinkable our opponent. Opponent spell snares. We mystical dispute the spell snare. And win a game? Win a game with Mill? Miraculously? Definitely no Momir tonight. We've already gone quite a bit longer than normal, but we'll try to get into some Momir soon in one of our future Momir streams. But yeah, this will be our last game of the stream, and then we'll find someone to raid. But yeah, this is it. Win or loss, we either go out with Mill at least winning a match, or that's the end of it. Do you think Control will still be good if Uro gets banned in Modern? It's hard to say. Uro's just like such a huge part of the Modern meta, and so shows up in so many different decks. It's really difficult for me to say to think through what Modern would look like without Uro, because it's just like it feels like it's prevalent in so many mid-range /ramp /control decks. I would assume like Control. It seems like Control is always part of the meta. Will it be as good as it was with Uro around? I don't know. I guess the upside is some of the decks that... Oh, this might be bad. Some of the decks that are good against control, like Field of the Dead decks. Maybe some of those end up getting powered down, but it's just it's difficult because a lot of times when you have a card that people talk about getting banned, it's kind of like, I don't know, just in one deck. But Uro is kind of branched out and in multiple archetypes, so I feel like that makes it harder to figure out. Oh dear. Well, we avoided the Delver flip on turn 1, which is good. Opponent passes. We draw land, which is also good. Mill our opponent. And pass the turn. Gonna have to try killing Delvers at some point. No flip. No flip, please. Please no flip. Opponent. Okay, no flip. No flip. Stayed alive, stayed alive. That's good. That's good news. Opponent. Land. And goes attacking. Well, we will Thieves Guild Enforcer. Kind of a greedy attack. Opponent gets an untap land. Mill him. Well, block and block. Kill a Delver. Okay, okay. Things are shaping up. Or our opponent just has all the Delvers. Oh dear. Okay. Well, cling to dust. Exile and land, draw a card. Another Thieves Guild Enforcer. Not a land. Ooh. Well, kill Arcanist. No flips. No flips. No flips. No flips, please. Vote it. Alright, no flip yet. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Land. I mean, if we can get to the point where we're Crypt Incursioning, we can gain so much life that this won't matter. Down to 16. Opponent passes. Ugh, not a land. Oh, maybe we just need... Yeah, I guess we just got a Visions of Beyond to try to hit a land. Not fully powered, but we gotta do it. We gotta do it. Hey, what's up, Booty Snacks? How are you? Good to see you today. Yeah, this is pretty fortunate that it hasn't flipped yet. Alright, counter it. Okay. So opponent's temporarily out of cards. Oh, they countered our Visions of Beyond? That's odd. Alright. Well, opponent's out of cards. No flips, no flips, no flips. Alright, no flip yet. Can we draw a land? Can we draw a land? Opponent gets it, hits us. We block down to 15. Doing well. Just finished a small stream talking about whether you're going to ban next week. Oh, another Arcanist is bad. We can't draw land. Yes, Arcanist is super bad for us. We'll pass the turn. Oh, nightmare of nightmares. How many decks are in this? Or how many lands are in this deck? Or is this deck just being super greedy on lands? Oh, that is the game. Well, we won a game with Mel, and we will always have that. But good lord, I don't know. Back to the drawing board, I guess. This build does not feel very good to me, at least in the current meta of Modern. So we'll see. Opponent gets in. Lightning Bolt returning. Yeah. Flashes it back. Hits our Crab. Well, we will Thieves Guild Enforcer. Mill our opponent. Crab down. Kill the Dreadhorde Arcanist, which is very strong. Down to 9. Untap. Well, Field of Ruin is about the best thing we could hope for, honestly. So we get to blow up a land. This makes our opponent shuffle. We will grab an island. It's going to come down to this next turn. Mill our opponent. Mill our opponent. All right, this is it. It's all in this one draw. Opponent needs to kill us or stop this Crypt Incursion. That's the entire game. Because if Crypt Incursion resolves, we're going to gain enough life that we should be able to win. That's it. No lightning bolts, no counter spells. Okay, Sprite Dragon does not just kill us. Opponent gets and hits us. Yeah. Temporarily down to 2. Oh, we're not that greedy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's plenty. All right. Well, gain a smidge of life. Go up to 32. That buys us some time. Get it and hit ya. Visions of Beyond from next turn. All right. The dream of winning a mill match is back on. It's back. It's back on. Opponent. Combat. Hits us. For 7. We're like 1 mill card away. Yeah. Take it. Down to 25. Opponent passes. We will Visions of Beyond. We will play a land. Visions of Beyond. Ooh. Crack this. Island. Mesmeric Orb. That's a mill spell. Go to combat. Hit ya. We're still at 24. The mill win is happening. It's happening. It's happening. Opponent down to 6. Mill, mill, mill. 8 cards left in the deck. Gonna be hard to get back from that. Yes. Yeah. We're killing our opponent in multiple ways. Their life total is barely keeping up with their library. Opponent gets it. Hits us. Down to 17. What do you got? Opponent passes. We get milled a bunch. Sure. I mean, we are 0-3 with the deck, so... Well, all right, let's see if we can close this out. Let's... Thoughtseize. Make sure our opponent's not holding a counter. Okay, take the 4s. Last but not least, glimpse your face. Oh. All right, we go out on top. It was not beautiful. And we played a lot of super hostile matchups. But we proved that it's possible. It is possible to win a game. A match even with Mill. So what do we learn? What do we learn about our decks tonight? So number 1, Mill. I feel like Mill has a lot of potential. I feel like the metagame is adjusting to it. We're going to have to adjust back. I still want to try Frag Sanity, Cacophony Mill. What do we learn about Belcher? Insane against decks that are not super interactive. We got multiple turn 2 kills. Turn 3 kills, but then we play against the interactive decks that are just full of counters and discard, and it goes really far the other direction. So very matchup dependent, very glass cannon-y, but very, very fast. We learned that Drown the Lock is bad. I haven't come around to Drown the Lock being bad yet, but I don't know. Maybe you'll convince me sooner or later. But on that note, I think that brings us to the end of our stream for tonight. So we will be back on Thursday to have some more fun. I don't know what we're playing. Historic? Modern? It's kind of like dead standard already, which blows my mind because the set's not even out, but who knows? But with them talking about bannings at the beginning of the next week, I don't even know. What a weird time in standard. So maybe we'll do some more moderning. Maybe we'll try the Pioneer Oops All Spells deck, which would be sweet. Maybe we'll play, who knows, Legacy, Historic. So on that note, everyone, quick reminders, replay YouTube. I'll try to get the replays up quicker, so keep it out for that. More replays coming up shortly. Normal YouTube, tons of stuff coming up. Tomorrow's Against the Odds deck is really sweet. First special episode for Zendikar Rising, so check that out. One more reminder that our ever awesome sponsor tonight is Card Kingdom, and maybe you need some Zendikar Rising cards. You got no fear of the bans. You can snag them over at cardkingdom.com. Even get a free Scoop Soldier sticker. Just let them know in your order notes that you want one. So thank you so much to Card Kingdom for supporting the stream. Most importantly, thank you to all of you. You all are amazing. We got a ridiculous amount of donations and subs and all that stuff tonight. Y'all, seriously, I really, really appreciate it. We are well on our way to a new and improved, unbroken headset. So thanks so much, everyone. Y'all are amazing. I love y'all. I'll see you on Thursday. Until then, have a good Wednesday. Have a good Thursday during the day. 6 p.m. on Thursday. We'll be back having fun. Until then, have a great night. And yeah, I'll talk to you soon.